No mic is not a good thing. This one, maybe. Oh well. I guess I'm just gonna have to talk. Where am I gonna buy them right now? I left them at home. Family Mart's across the street. Cannot. I would have liked to, but I forgot them. I was in a rush. I forgot my phone. This is why I'm late, because I forgot my phone, which I'm using to connect to the internet, because it's 4G. All right, let me see something. Everybody can see. Oh, today's your happy birthday. Oh, okay. Happy birthday. What are you, 50? 21? $56. Yeah, you're getting up there now. Why is this not? There's such a lag, man. Man, I was hungry. We're a little off kilter right now. See, I plan to come here, have the headphones on. I picked out some good music, some music Fidelity Quester talked to me about, some new Aerosmith. I got a bunch of new music. I thought I'll come here and play it. However, all I have is this, and it doesn't plug into the Mac. So I left my other headphones at home. But what happened was I got here at like 8:40, right? Placed my order. I'm like, oh, you got water? No, we only have Avion. Why are you paying 55 baht for a water? Usually they have the 15 baht one, 20 baht one. So I'm like, you know what? I don't have my phone. I need the phone to connect to the internet by 4G. So I ran across the street, got a motorcycle. Actually, went to one set of motorcycle guys, and they said, sorry, we're not going into the villages. We're going out. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I run down the street, get on a motorcycle, get into the village, run upstairs, get my phone, come back, forgot my headphones. And then I get here at like 2 minutes to 9, and I'm trying to set up, you know. So that's been my morning. What's going on here? Let me do a little thing here. Happy birthday. How do you do a little, don't they have a birthday cake or something? Nope. Oh wait, maybe you have to do the little thing. Nope. I don't see one. And I can't see myself. Let me see here. Yeah, I can only see myself in the OBS. I can't see myself online, so I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Anyway, video output low. Yeah, you see? It's just not good. Hopefully the quality of the video is still good, because it's not on my website, on my computer. Jesus Christ, it's slow. All I know is you're still a handsome man. You can only see half of me. I don't want to block. If the little guy dances, I don't want to block it. So there we go. Let's see. This fucking thing. I might as well just cut this one off. Jesus Christ, this is really not good. Well, so what are you doing? What are you doing on your birthday there, Soy Dog Cowboy? Thank you, email, whoever sent me an email. Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much, as always. No, there's not. There is this, though. Oops. One in the front, one aiming towards the back, my Logitech. You know, I do this for you guys. It's all for you. You know, just in case. Some hottie walks in, you get to see her. I'm looking forward to that beef Wellington. I'm actually looking forward to a good lunch today. I gotta do some shopping. So, anyway, let's see. What was the subject? Oh, the subject. And this stream is not showing up. Let's see what happens here. Oh my God, it's horrible. I'm gonna go to a few go-go's. Wow. What is going on with this internet, man? Oh well. As long as I can see it on the Mr. Mitch, what's happening? Let me see something. Yeah, my page is not even loading. Page unresponsive. Now I have to say that, where's Dennis? Is Dennis around? I forgot to tell him about the streaming. Man, this is wild. Oh, snap. Something went wrong when displaying this page. I'm trying to get set up here. Streaming. Yes, I'm streaming, Dennis. What's the deal? Sometimes, what is this? Hang on a second, gentlemen. Oh, God. Internet is very, very slow here for some reason. Lori's still in Bangkok, and actually tomorrow we are, she and I and Soy Dog Cowboy are going out to lunch. I'm meeting somebody. I'm meeting a subscriber at 11 o'clock. So he's sending me messages. Lori's still here. Well, yeah. See, this is the thing. It's not just about. It's not just about Thailand. Oh, well, happy birthday to your mom. 81's a hell of a feat. All right, I think I'm squared away. Let me see if this guy keeps riding here, but I think I'm set up. Yeah, I hope I make it to 81. Anyway, the reason that I was, man, I don't know why the internet is so slow. It's just terrible. You know what? Hang on. I got an idea why. No, it's not on. I thought my Wi-Fi was on. I can't even connect to a web page, but I can see that the stream seems to be okay. So that's good. Pops is 85. Took her to lunch. She realized he can't drive. What's my old man? My old man is 78. So they're getting up there, you know. Dennis, what's happening? Sippy sip. Are you having a sippy sip? I forgot my headphones. Actually, I have my headphones, but they're the wrong, because of Apple being just pinheads. They use this instead of the regular plug. Feels strange today for some reason. Anyway, I think it was Soy Dog Cowboy that wrote me and said that he sent me the link to a website that had something about the number of expats living in Thailand are diminishing because, first of all, because of the strength of the baht, and less people are coming here because of that. Now, you're never going to get that straight from the Thai government. They're not going to say that. They're not going to admit to that. But that's a link right there. Well, that's not a male thing and a female thing. Really. I mean, I guess it is. Not in the traditional sense. Unless you got a flat penis. It's really weird how I can't see anything on the internet. All I see is on the take another stab at this. Alright, here we go. One more try. Anyway, the strength of the baht is driving people away, and it's making it harder for expats to stay. Which I can tell you that I've already said this. I said it a long time ago. I said Thailand is changing. it's not only because the government may not want foreigners here, but it's because many, many different things. And so I came across a few things. One was the it's just really fucking irritating. One was the website that had these details. Okay. Strength of the baht combined with the weakness of the pound. Well, the weakness of the dollar, weakness of the pound versus the baht. I mean, it's making people go, hey, it's not such a value anymore. And so I found another site. This was done, I think it was about 3 weeks ago. Actually, it was done about 6 weeks ago. It was a survey by Thai Visa, and it shows that 3/4 of the people who live here think expatriate life will be worse in 5 years than it is now. Only 24% held out hope that life for expats would improve by 2024. I don't think it's going to get better. I think it's going to get worse here. It may get better for Thai people. It's not going to get better for foreigners. At least I just don't see it heading in that direction. Happy birthday, Longhorns. Yeah, I mean, what are you talking about Alex being applying to be the son-in-law? What about me? For that much money? Come on. I'll work something out. Anyway, maybe if I close some of these windows. Before I go on, I wanted to show something. Let's see here. If you ever fly JetBlue, you got 3 more days to engage in this contest, and you can win. What is this now? What I know you win. Oh, free flights for a year. Yeah. I'm not going to get into it more than that because I don't want to push their product. I've never flown them before. Here we go. Now it's starting to work. All right. I feel better when I can see myself on the internet. Let's see if it works here. So yeah, there's this contest. You get free flights for a year. So it might be worth a shot. Now, you got to delete everything off your Instagram, but that's not such a bad thing, in my opinion. Okay, now we're back. The internet seems to be working better. Okay, cool. All right, so that's that. Get that out of the way. Anyway, this was out of 340 people. 75% said that they thought living in Thailand would be worse. Comments online reflected growing unease about visa requirements and the strength of the baht in particular. One said changes in the value of currency will make it worse. Of course, Thailand is no longer a value for the money. It says others chimed in with comments that despite official optimism, word on the ground was that the Thai economy was going down the pan. Well, people always believe that because it seems like big business here, it just, I don't know. It doesn't seem to work very well for whatever reason. They never seem to have their shit together. They cited rising prices in the shops and lack of affordability as evidence. Another pointed to confusion over the issuing of new visa requirements followed by an announcement of leniency. They felt the confusion would now this is a good point here. They felt the confusion would drive expats away and seek better options elsewhere to places where foreigners might know exactly where they stand. I I think that's very important. God damn it, Longhorns. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know why they're doing this. This is pissing me off, too, because I'm getting this shit from everybody. Let me see. I know I turned the thing off. I turned the block comments thing off because I didn't want to have any of this bullshit. YouTube, let me just tell you something about YouTube right now. Okay? There's another adpocalypse going on YouTube. And I didn't even know about it, but I did notice a drop in the advertising even more than it had dropped before. Okay? I'm checking on this, the words and everything and the comments and what can get through. But there is a second adpocalypse. I noticed that instead of we're not talking about vacationing, Longhorns, we're talking about living here. It's not so much about vacationing. Americans are not the top tourists in Thailand anyway. And I believe that's because of the distance, but let me see something here. Let me see what it says. Community settings. Oh, Jesus Christ. See, automatically filter new comments. I don't want to automatically filter them. Automated filters. Where's the... Yeah, this is not good. Oh, shit. Let me see something here. No, so you should be fine. Try again. Try again, Longhorns. Well, don't make it too dirty. And I'm gonna. The reason that I'm bringing up the YouTube is not necessarily because I'm not going to make any more money, because the advertisers are pulling out. And what happened was, I'll get into this briefly. What happened was one particular guy, Matt, what it is, I guess. I think that's what his username was. I guess he was pissed off about the money that he was not earning. You can't write that, Longhorns. I can't have that in the... I see it, I can click it and show it, but I can't put that in the chat. That's something that I'll talk about in a second. It would have went through if I allowed it, okay? So here's the deal. What this guy did was he was so pissed off because he felt like YouTube wasn't doing enough to help people make money, which, okay, maybe he's right. I don't dispute that. I think they don't have their shit together. Okay, whatever, Ben. Anyway, so he's pissed off because he didn't think he was earning, that he was earning enough, that YouTube was treating the subscribers well enough, not the subscribers, the partners well enough, and see something else here. So he got pissed off about this, and then I guess he found some comments that were talking about, kids in a negative. I don't even want to get into it about what the comments were about, but just use your imagination. It's really bad. So what he did was, instead of contacting YouTube or whatever, or maybe he did contact them, I don't know the whole story really. What he did was he started contacting all the corporations. Now, let me see something. He started contacting Disney, McDonald's, Grammarly, what were the other ones? He contacted, oh, here it is right here, let's see here. I can't find his ass on here. Anyway, he contacted he contacted all these advertisers. And the advertisers, because of the content of what was written, the comments, they started saying, hey, listen, we can't be associated with these kind of videos. We can't advertise. And so they pulled out of advertising with YouTube. Now, for me, it's not like I've made very much money off of advertising for a couple of years now. I haven't made shit. I mean, really. If I make $50 or $100 from the advertising, I'm lucky. So, it doesn't. I mean, it's like if I go from $50 down to $30, it's not killing me, right? But there are guys out there, they're making $5,000 and now they're making $3,000. So it's not a good thing. And obviously you want to protect people, you want to protect the kids, you want to protect other people. Yeah, they're shutting. Well, it's not all comments are being shut down, but some of them. And so what it's doing is it's making it much more difficult for people to make any money. Why is it so slow? Let me see something. Again with the slow, maybe that's what it is. Let me see something here. I don't know what the deal is. Chat doesn't seem to be working either. I just don't know what's going on here. I wonder if it's a different, let me see here. Nothing is working like it should be right now. So give me a second. This is the same one. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not working. The chat's not working. Your screen chat is frozen. Yeah, I know that. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, so it's getting much more difficult. And so what they're doing is they're effectively censoring with their system and with the algorithms and the bots or whatever they have set up. They're censoring everything. And so that's why some messages may or may not be getting through. It's not because of me. And this is just a nightmare. Nightmare. Anyway, not a big deal. So, Jesus Christ. Is my screen frozen? Everything's frozen for me. This is not good. So anyway, there's a lot of people that are complaining about this. And I'm not really complaining, but you know what? When it comes to censoring things, so now it's getting more difficult for people to, for any little stream to make any money unless they're from YouTube. Which there are some people that they rely solely on that, on the funds that they generate. I always set it to approve all comments. However, they allow comments through for whatever reason that are deemed to be reasonable. Like if you say thank you, well, they just let it through. They don't make me approve it. And actually, Dennis has access and he can approve the comments too. So that's what's going on with that. But goddamn, man, I don't know what the hell's going on with the internet. I mean, I'm having a hell of a time just even watching things here. All right, let me see here. It looks like everything else is working. I don't know about this. What's going on with this? Yeah, see, everything's frozen. But not on my, the chat is frozen on the, this sucks, man. I don't want to do a restart. Alright, here we go. At least I can see it on here. That's not frozen. Saving a bunch of perverts myself. Well, you know, I mean, I have a feeling there's going to be some major changes with YouTube in the future. I mean, in the next year, I believe there's going to be some huge changes. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Now I got to say something here. We're talking about money and, you know, expats and all this other kind of stuff. And so you got one guy that says here, one was even more pessimistic about the outlook. 5 years, there won't be any expats here at this rate. Well, he may be right. I don't know. But I doubt it. Others were more positive, with one stating about Thailand, it's only as good as you make it. Listen, I try real hard not to be overly negative and to look at both sides. But I see, is this one frozen? Let me see. No, you can see her. Okay, that's all right. But I think that the truth is that there's a lot of changes coming in Thailand and YouTube. I think it's just, what is going on? I don't know. Can't tell you what's going on. Can anybody hear me now? Everybody can hear me and see me. As long as everybody can hear me and see me, and I can see the messages, the comments, then that's fine. Okay, good. Where am I at here? So yeah, so the results were it was 341 respondents, 76% believe it'll be worse in the next 5 years. 24% will be better. So now that brings me to the subject here, which is, you know, when do you say that's it? I'm calling it a day. I'm getting out of here. What is going to make you? Obviously, violence. If it's, you know, random violence just because of your nationality or your skin color, obviously that's something that's important. Nobody wants to stick around for that. All right, we'd be gone. I mean, or I'd be gone. We'd be gone because all of us would have to leave. But some comments, is there a lag? I don't know what the fuck is going on. But what I will say is, you know, the money is always an issue. It's always an issue. Now, let me see where I'm set. I'm set at the ultra low latency, which is best for real-time interaction. So it's obviously the internet. Today the internet is not very good. No, I mean, when it comes to the chat, there's only the lag that the internet allows, you know. But when it comes to the comments in the comments section, generally, I see them, you know, a couple times a day, 2-3 times a day. And so I don't let them get past. If they're, you know, really negative, I just don't even. There's a guy today that, I forget what he was writing, but he wrote something, and I was like, what kind of a dick is this guy? I mean, you know, it's like, He's just being a dick to be a dick for absolutely no reason. You know what I mean? It's like, this is the problem with the world today. There's no repercussions. It's not like, you can't say, oh, well, some guy does something to me and this is what I'm going to do. Because you can't even do that anymore. Because it's a threat, even though if it's a promise. Well, we all know you're 90% PG, Longhorns. I don't know what is the freaking deal with this internet, man. This is just terrible. Nobody is mooching off my 4G. It's a direct 4G connection. So, obviously the money is the first thing. Now, I will say that first, prices have gone up. They go up everywhere, though. And I think, trying to think here, keep my thoughts straight. I do think that if there is a perception that the Thai government does not want foreigners here, that perception, if it's allowed to grow, or if it does grow on its own, is a huge negative for the country. Now, they may not think so right now, but take all the expats away from here and let's see how they do. People would be pissed. There would be less tourists because of it, at least less Western tourists, because they wouldn't like the fact that, they're getting pushed out. Now, like Fidelity Quester said the other day, he said, hey, listen, if I got to get a paper to open a bank account, then I got to get a paper. Okay, but see, I can understand that if you're a tourist. I can. If you are somebody who is required to show funds in a Thai bank account, well then, if you can't open the bank account, then you can't become an expat or whatever it is, a retiree, or get a marriage visa, whatever you might be getting. So just because you are allowed to stay here does not mean that, just because you are applying for a visa does not mean that you necessarily qualify for a bank account. Some places are really, really strict. Yeah, but you don't have to have 800,000 Longhorns. And what they had to do is just show the 800 for 3 months. Now they have to show it for, I think it's 5 months, and then the rest of the year they have to show 400,000. So maybe they were living off of that. I don't know. I don't know how they were doing it. I don't know. I mean, I do understand why Thailand wants people to put the 800K in the bank here, and then you get to stay. I understand that. Or whatever it is, 65,000 a month. I understand that. I mean, it makes sense to me. Instead of being overseas. Now, what I don't understand, what I will say, it's a part of the process, and you got to get used to it. And what that is, you know what? Maybe that's why. Let's see if this will work now. Nope. Wow. It's a part of the process. The other day I was complaining about how, man, listen, I've been married for years, and my kid's almost 18 years old. The other one's almost 17, and it's like I can't even go into a bank with my ID and say I want to open an account and show my passport and show everything in it and go, okay, well, I want to open a bank account. No, you can't do that. And really, if you look at the paper, I have to get the paper and maybe post it or something in the forum or something. But if you look at the paper, what they're asking for is, I don't see how it helps at all. So while I understand it, and like, yes, it's only a paper, and it's, okay, you got to jump through hoops. When does jumping through hoops become too much? When does it become like, hey man, this is a fucking hassle? Because it is. It's starting to be a hassle. It's like, oh, so, for me to do this, I got to spend $75 to open a bank account. That's what it's going to cost me. It cost me about $75. But you got to do it. So what are you going to do? But there's going to come a point. Um, there's going to come a point when, I don't know if it's me, but other people are going to go, you know what, this is too much of a hassle. I'll just have 800K in account and custom dust if that's what it takes. I don't like it. Okay, what you may not like is that it's going to be a pain in the ass to get the money out. If you ever want to go, okay, I'm out of here. I've got $1 million baht sitting in the bank, and I want to transfer it overseas. Yeah, watch what a pain in the ass that's going to be. Even sending a couple 100,000. They want to know why you're sending it. They want paperwork. They want documents signed. It's this huge pain in the ass now, and it's not. I don't think it's a Thai thing. That is, to me, what you have to remember is if you take the word Thai out of it, I don't think it's just in Thailand. I think it's in many, many countries now. They're cracking down. And what I see, now this is what I was going to bring up here. Oh yeah, I mean, it's going to be a pain in the ass, believe me. It will be a pain in the ass. All right, let me try to do something here. It's not like you're getting any use out of this second video. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do this. All right. There's no fees. There's no fees. No. There's no fees. You're going to collect interest. But, it's... you can take... Yeah, you can take 400,000 and you can spend it. Okay. But, what about the person who... I don't know. I mean, yes, in theory, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. To me, I guess that's kind of nice that they actually let you spend some of it, but then you still got to have the money the next year. So, I guess if you can't, you can't. That's the way it works. You can't show it, you can't show it. Then people can't stay. I mean, But when is it enough? When is enough enough? When do you get to the point where you go, okay, listen, you know what? This is such a hassle. It's such a pain in the ass that it's not worth it anymore. And I'll tell you something. My concern, now where is it? I have it saved. So let me see if I got it on my bookmark here. Stream. Okay, now, this is what I foresee in the future. I was checking out this article about China banning 23 million people from traveling as part of a citizen report card system. They have the social credit system. And so it's like if a Chinese person, it says here, when they commit a range of offenses, including not paying taxes, jaywalking, smoking on a train, walking with dogs without a leash, or taking drugs, they get demerits or whatever, and then their social credit goes down, and then they're not allowed they're not allowed to travel. So what's the deal with that? Why, I mean, to me, this is where countries like China, I'll say it, maybe Vietnam, Thailand, uh, certain countries, I wouldn't put it past them to pull the 1984 card out. You know, you know what I'm saying? It's they're already doing it everywhere. I mean, where was I? Well, I mean, you look inside here. One, two, three, four. All right, so there's four. There's four cameras inside here. Four cameras. It's not like I was going to spend 800,000 to be able to save it again. Yeah, but Longhorns, you're thinking about you. There are other people. They have other situations, and so to me, when somebody says, okay, you show the 800K. All right, fine. This is their rule. You got to be able to do it. If you can't do it, you got to show something like a pension. You got to show money coming in. You got to be able to do it. That's just the way that it is. And quite frankly, I'm very fortunate because I'm lucky to be able to stay. Now, does that mean that they might not give me some shit? No, that doesn't. Of course they can. And the whole Big Brother thing is what really bugs me, because if it's happening in China, guess what? One day it might happen here, it might happen in Singapore, it might happen in Taiwan. I don't know, man. I just don't. And what bugs me is that there's cameras everywhere. I'm not doing anything wrong. So why do I have to be why does my privacy suffer? For security reasons? What security? I'm not any more secure right now. If somebody wants to kill me, they'll kill me. They're going to kill me. If they want to kill me, they can kill me right this second. It's not going to help me. The cops are not going to come running and save my life. If somebody comes in with a gun, they shoot me, it's over. Yeah, but you see, it starts in China, and then it's going to spread. That's the way I look at it. It's already, think about it, there's cameras everywhere in the United States and the UK, and you can't escape it. Now, I'm on my computer right now. When I type in the password, if somebody was really smart, they'd go into the video, they could look and they can get everybody's password. Anybody's password, they could get it. So what the fungulo, I mean, okay, so, what I guess what I'm getting at is, when does the value of living here, or when does the hassle outweigh the value of living here? Because to me, I know I take some things for granted here. After being here for a while, I take some things for granted, like safety, because I feel pretty safe here, on the whole. My kids' safety. A new driver's license, 2 ships. One's for TSA database, and the other's a passive GPO. What? Facial recognition? Where do you live, man? Well, we already know that. We already know from Snowden that it's very easy to hack into a phone and a computer and stuff like that. And you know how many people I know who have been hacked? I mean, many years ago I had this website, and one day the website's up and running. The next day there was some, I don't know what I don't even remember, but it was some group that had said, "Hey, we hacked you." And I was like, "Wow, you're in Seattle and they're doing that in America? Why do you have to sign a facial recognition disclosure?" I'd be like, "Fuck you, I'm not signing shit." Well, how do you know that? See, this is the thing. This is the whole argument of, well, I'm not doing anything wrong, so I don't have to worry about it. So if they want to do it, go ahead. Yeah, but you see, this is when there's a whole reason, a whole set of reasons why privacy is supposed to be valued, and the government is not supposed to have that much power, because that was the whole reason why. That was one of the reasons why. The Constitution was set up the way that it was in order to not give the government too much power. And now it looks to me like almost everywhere, almost every government has more power than they need. Yeah, I mean, why did you sign it? I mean, what happens if you don't sign it? You can't drive? I mean, what the fuck, man? See, seriously, I'd rather go die out in Alaska in the wilderness trying to rough it. I'd rather go out and live out there and give it a shot than deal with that bullshit. I mean, that's ridiculous. And that's in Seattle. You see, that's the United States. Because there's too much video and you'd have to hire people to watch it. Yeah, but you know that the government is processing those videos and they use certain algorithms that can find certain things in the video and in phone calls. I mean, listen, there is no privacy anymore. So they're already doing something. I forget what the whole law entails, but there is a cyber law. Um, it's either passed already or it's going to be passed here, and it gives the right of the government to, you know, to check out everybody's online information. But they say they won't. Well, then what do you need it for if you're not going to? If you don't need the information, what are you going to do it for? Let's see here. See, here, it says, although a wide range of countries, including the US and UK, already use data to judge a person's credit worthiness when it comes to applying for a mortgage or a credit card, the Chinese system aims to expand these practices to all areas of life. Experts fear the system will lead to a crackdown on anyone who challenges China's government. For instance, journalist Liu Hu, who writes about censorship and corruption in China, has been arrested and fined because of his work. According to Wired, Liu found that his name was placed on a list of dishonest persons who is not qualified to buy a plane ticket, buy property, or take out a loan. There was no file, no police report, no official advance notification. They just cut me off from things I was once entitled to. What's really scary is there is nothing you can do about it. You can report to no one. You are stuck in the middle of nowhere. Wow. Experts have said that Western countries should not look to mimic the Chinese system. You think? I forgot to mention, what's an enhanced Washington State driver's license? Washington State driver's license. What's an enhanced license? What does that mean? Does that mean that you can use it for TSA? Which to me is a fucking joke in itself. Does anybody here work for TSA? I don't want to offend anybody. No, it's not. They have a score here in Thailand. I don't remember what it is or what it's called, but once a year I get a paper that shows my credit, and the only thing I have is I have an American Express, a Thai American Express, and it always shows current, because I always make sure I pay it on time. Because if I don't, if I'm late with one payment, they take out, they lower your limit. Yeah, well, I mean, why? Maybe what they should do is try to employ something more like the United States, where you have regions, and that the regions report to the. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I just don't buy it. Bear seal can't fly domestic in the States unless you have your passport. Really? See, I gotta find somewhere else to live, man. Because if it ain't Thailand, I don't know where I'm gonna go. I mean, I like Vietnam, but and I like the thought of it and everything. Oh yeah. Okay, it's a great place. Blah blah blah. I've only been there. Really, I only took one serious trip there. So that doesn't give me much hope. it doesn't make me feel very good. You need to show proof of address, utility, or medical bill on a real Social Security that you have to show at the end. Well, the last time that I went to the United States, I didn't get a driver's license. I got a state ID card. I wouldn't live in Laos if you paid me, man. I'm sorry. The thing about it, and the thing about Vietnam is, technically they're still communist countries. And you got to remember, I got a wife and kids. My wife and kids they would never live in Laos. I guarantee you, my wife would go, if you want to live in Laos, live there by yourself. I don't know how we got on this subject, but I mean, the bottom line is there's not a lot that you can do sometimes. So you just got to go, okay, well, this is life. Yeah, it's crazy quiet until you do something wrong. Or until you say the wrong thing to the wrong person. I used to go there all the time, and I wouldn't want to live there. Just like, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't want to live in the, medical weed is legal in, thank you very much, Evan. Medical marijuana is legal in Thailand. However, people forget it, Dennis. That's what I mean. I mean, I want people to be clear that bottom line is they're communist. Now, maybe, it wouldn't affect you. Who knows? But maybe it would in an extreme way. As far as the weed goes, I wouldn't hold my breath, so to speak, waiting for foreigners to be able to use medical marijuana. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, the people in power, if you think about it, listen, Trump, Putin, all these guys, they are crazy powerful. They got a lot of power. Enough power to where if they want something done to you, they could just snap their fingers and it would get done. That's kind of scary. But, most of the times you don't do anything, I don't know. I don't want to say wrong, but that's not going to happen. Most people, nothing is going to happen because of that, because they're in power. But there are people who, they feel the need to speak out. And, if I really wanted, I could speak out about a lot of things. But, at the end of the day, it's like we only got so much time on the planet. I look at it this way, and I talked about this before, where, it's like, if I got 25 years left, maybe 15, maybe 17 are good years where I'm strong enough to do stuff. Maybe 20 are good years. Personally, I just want to be left alone. I don't want no hassles with anybody. I just want to be left alone. I want the government to leave me alone. And I don't want them asking all kinds of stuff from me. Because what do they do for me? What does my government do for me at this point? My government doesn't do, they issue a passport and allow me to travel. Oh, thank you. I'm a human being. I can be able to travel wherever the hell I want. I should be able to travel anywhere. As long as the place where I'm going will allow me in. Now, obviously, they want to see, well, where are you from, so we can decide whether to let you in. So, okay, the U.S. government has to issue me travel documents, the passport or whatever, right? But other than that, what are they doing for me? They don't do anything for me. I get the right to vote, but what else? I guess I could go and smoke weed if I wanted. Well, one thing, Mitch, is that you could always go somewhere. You could always go somewhere in Canada that's way, way out there, and you would have very few rules to adhere to. Just like in the U.S., just like in Thailand, just like, you know, you get far enough away and you're hidden, you know. Whoops. Yeah, that's a little better. There are many places to bug out. Well, I mean, you know, but you know, the thing is that they're going to find you no matter what. If they want to, if people want to find you, if the government wants to find you, you know. Listen. I read some of the stuff that's going on in the U.S. and I just, I just don't think I could deal with it. Oh, Beyond Trinity, what's happening? How you doing? Let me see. I think I'm better off just looking at my. You guys can see with the passerbys. Too much into the yeah, but you can have the creature comforts off grid. You know, if you really want. Got about 10 inches of snow. Wow. I wouldn't want to be. I don't know though. The snow prevents people from. You know, that's one thing that people forget about. Is that oh, son of a bitch. Hey, Longhorns, I was going to tell you. My shoulders are both of my shoulders are getting worse. They're both pretty bad. And today, Bo was walking down. My wife. Damn it! What's going on here? I don't even know. I don't even know what's happening with this internet. She's walking down the stairs, and she slipped. She slipped and fell and banged her hip and hurt her shoulder. Her shoulder's already bad. She hurt her shoulder. She fell down. She fell on the stairs, and I was worried. I thought she was like completely bit the dust, man. When I heard. Oh, thank you, John. I just got a message, so thank you very much. Because my internet doesn't seem to be working very good. I'm not getting emails. I'm not getting anything. But maybe it's because the bandwidth. I don't know. I don't have an explanation. I'm not a technical wizard. Anyway, Boston. I just saw something about what's the guy's name? Ben Affleck. How he's admitting he's an alcoholic, which, you know, I think it's good that he does that. I think it's good that he can do that, but I guess he grew up partying his ass off when he was younger in Boston. I used to have a girlfriend from Taunton. She was a bit crazy. see what I can see here because I can't see anything right now. Now you guys get to see. You guys get to see what goes on here in the. Oh yeah. I saw that he died. He's only 52, man, which makes me worry about my own mortality because he had a stroke. Yeah, really. He was ill and went into the hospital, and he had a stroke, and boom, that was it. That was it, man. Now, on another note, now here's something that I find um, a bit strange. Strange is a nice way to put it. As if these people don't do enough shit already. Kris Jenner, other celebrities look to disrupt the $3 billion rice market. Now, you guys, without looking, I don't know if anybody saw this, but does anybody know what they're doing with their rice? Why they're getting involved in rice? I'll tell you why. Okay. They're getting involved in rice because rice is a grain. Rice is a grain, and apparently they don't like that. So they've been searching high and low for an alternative to making rice from grain. So now what they're doing is they're making rice from vegetables. I mean, I don't get it. Sorry, once again. Kris Jenner, Carly Kloss, Ashley Graham, and Jillian Michaels are among the slew of celebrities who have invested their own capital in a new alternative rice company, hoping to disrupt the $3 billion market. Good luck with that, honey. The new rice, which is made from vegetable grains, was created by Pop Chip's founder and former CEO, Keith Belling. Yeah, they don't say a whole lot about it. But they're putting this money into this. I mean, what the hell's wrong with just having, like a good brown rice? If you want a healthy rice, you don't eat that much of it. Let the Chinese and let the Thais and let the Asians and whoever else eats the rice and the Indians, they're the big ones. Let them eat the rice. It's like, let's make potatoes from avocado. Kardashians. I mean, I don't know whether to applaud them for their marketing skills or laugh at them. But I mean, I'll tell you who I do laugh at. I do laugh at Kim Kardashian. Actually, I laugh at all of the Kardashian girls. I like the one, what's her name? The little one? The only one that's a little one. She's not so little anymore. What is there? What's her name? Courtney? The one that was with the drunk guy. And she's banged out like 3 kids now. 3-4 kids. Now, Chloe is not one that I like. I don't like her at all. She's a big one. And I would not want to be with her. I don't care what she looks like, what guys think about her. No way in hell. She's too mouthy. Yeah, she's the only one that's, in my opinion, she's the only one that for me is likable. So my thing is, why are they here? Here they are. It's like, I understand. I'm not rich. I'm not a multimillionaire. So maybe I don't understand. They're worth big money. That's just more money than they absolutely. Why can't they just live a decent life? And they can still get some nice things once in a while. But just let their money work for them, and I'm sure they're doing that. And not worry about fucking rice. I don't get it. Maybe that's why I'm not rich, because if I had a couple $1,000,000, I'd be like, all right. So if I spend like $30,000 a year, I'll be fine. I don't need to spend any more than that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to go crazy. But then I'm a pretty modest person, at least financially. You know, I like nice things, but then again, I don't have a problem. Doing things on the cheap. So I don't get that. Anyway, back to the discussion. Um, I think money and the difficulty to stay here for some people is what's going to eventually, and the two-tier pricing, all these things, they're going to have an effect. Oh God, I can't put that. On Trinity, there is now a new adpocalypse where every comment is looked at, and every comment can get your complete channel banned. Every video you ever made. Now, I'm not the most organized guy. So if they just were like to say, okay, well, you know what, we're sure, we're back in Thailand, ATM, at the, what's that, at the month? What? I don't know, what is ATM? ATM is automatic teller machine. Depends on when you're here. I don't know if you're back now or what. But because of this adpocalypse, I have to be very careful with the comments that I allow to go through. Little sexual thing. Actually, I'm meeting somebody at 11 o'clock. I have a little appointment at 11 o'clock. And he did send a message saying he'll be here, so he'll be here. Yeah, you're here right now. Well, come say hello. I'm sitting here right inside Starbucks. I need a massage. I think I get a massage today. Foot massage, neck massage. Well, if you're here now, you can just come say hello. I mean, whatever. The only thing the mall's not open yet. It will be in a couple minutes, 10 minutes. She's still in Bangkok. In fact, I don't know what she's doing right now. I haven't talked to her since yesterday. And we're meeting up tomorrow. Her and I and Soy Dog Cowboy are meeting tomorrow. We have a lunch planned. So I'll be taking video. It's at a nice restaurant. And Soy Dog Cowboy's already said he's getting the beef Wellington. I will do that. I will definitely tell her you said hello. She may be listening right now. I don't know. I don't think she was in the stream today. I think we're going on. What's today? It's Tuesday. Tomorrow I have something to do. I'll be busy pretty much all day. Then she and I and Soy Dog Cowboy are meeting on Thursday. That'll be at least a couple hours. And then it's Friday. And on Fridays I don't like to go anywhere. At least not after about 1 or 2 o'clock because traffic gets to be too bad. That's another thing. I'll tell you what, it is starting to bother me. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. It's starting to bother me that it's such a pain in the ass to get around. Now, if it was going to be like this all the time, um, then that's a different story. Uh, but you can already see that the SkyTrain is being built. They've already got some pillars put in, and, uh, over on Ramkhamhaeng Road and over here. So, but then the other thing is like, do I really want to be living here in a couple of years? It really depends on what Alex and Nicholas do. Yeah, well, you know what? I've been thinking. I heard. Well, actually, I think it was Lori who told me that she knows somebody who won quite a bit of money from the lottery, a foreigner. And I was like, yesterday, the day before yesterday, I'm thinking to myself, I should buy a lottery ticket. I just feel lucky. And then some kid had run out when she and I were, I guess, I don't know what we were doing, photographing some stuff or something. Some kid ran out and goes, number 24, make sure you get something with number 24. And I was like, that's a sign. It's a sign I'm going to win. But of course, that usually doesn't happen. It's a 1 in a 50 million long shot. Something like that. Anyway, mall's almost open. You need a good meal. Really good meal. So anyway, let's see here. Go get a massage. Oh, what is this? I'm in Bangkok and not at Bangkok anyway. 40 minutes from home. I don't know, man. Whatever. You want to come say hello? Fine. That's cool. No worries. I got about 2 hours. I got a little 2-hour slot carved out. And, yeah, I haven't been this busy in a long time, and I'm a bit run ragged. I'm a bit ragged. Talk about ragged. Stomach is feeling ragged, if you know what I mean. I should. You know what? Next time I come to Starbucks, I'll bring the book about farting, and I'll read it in Starbucks. Oh man, I'm sure that would go over real well with sound effects. Like I said, I think violence is one thing. If people start randomly, like if gangs of marauding Thais start running around beating the piss out of foreigners, or the Thais start rounding up foreigners for no reason, well, then it's time to leave. But I don't really think that'll happen, but you never know. What else is going on? Anything? Oh yeah, well, one other thing that's going to drive the people away. The guys who came here because of women. Like, hanging out with bar girls day in and day out and paying for them. Prices are going up. Unless you get a sizable chunk of money, it's going to cost you quite a bit more than it used to when I first came over here. Are there issues in Thailand against foreigners these days? Not really. I mean, occasionally, but, usually it's because the foreigner did something stupid. I mean, usually I stop myself short of doing anything really foolish. I've been fortunate. And I think, if anything, I'll say this. one thing I've learned here is to, and I don't always do it, but I try, is to try to remain calm when it comes to dealing with situations, with ties, and with companies or whatever. And like the other day when I was in with the bank, I was thinking to myself, son of a bitch, yeah, I gotta do all this, I gotta go run around, gotta do this, gotta do that. I'm thinking to myself, what the fangula, man? I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And I wanted to say, like, get out of here, And I just thought, you know what? And the lady said it to me a little bit later, but it's like they're worried. It's like it's always a trickle effect. The people at the top tell them to do something, and then they've got to do something, and then they've got to do something, and then the bottom line is that All right, let's see something here. How you doing, buddy? All right. Good to see you. Oh, thanks, man.
Much appreciated.
Thanks a lot, man. Wow.
Great job.
All right, man. Well, I'm streaming right now.
No, I'm not camera
You're not camera friendly.
friendly.
I can turn it away
I
from you.
don't mind
You can sit down. Go ahead.
discussing my latest saga.
Your saga.
Yeah, with
Oh yeah.
the other.
I still have all the emails.
I mean, I grabbed a Starbucks because I haven't had
You want something? No, I'm all right. Well, there's a guy here who was I did a video about him a long time ago, and he just came in, and so yeah, I'm gonna visit with him for a little while. But as far as my boys registering for the military service, Alex is finished now, so he has a waiver. He has a waiver because he did the junior ROTC, so he's finished. He got his waiver. He doesn't have to register for military service. And then Nicholas is still in it, but he'll finish shortly. So, hang on a second here. Let's see here. Okay, camera's off now for that, so he'll be all right. Yeah, so we wanted it that way. I don't really want him going into the military here. Now, Nicholas is interested in going into the military in the United States, and maybe Alex is too. I don't know. He's all over the place, but he's involved in music, and he's pretty into it now. I mean, he's playing every day for a couple hours a day, and I don't know. I just want them to be happy. That's all that really matters, is that they're happy. Yeah. Stomach is doing the whirlies. So let me see here. Now, I don't know, when he comes back over here, I'll talk to him. I'll tell him that he's not on the camera, but if he wants to talk about it. But he wrote in I don't know how many years ago. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. Let's see. No, you're not on camera. Not now. I turned it off. So yeah, no problem. There's audio, but there's no video.
What I'm trying to say is,
This was almost
like,
6 years ago.
I don't know. I got infatuated with YouTube and the actual guy that did a video on me. Like, a lot of guys are like that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
I smoked the wacky tobacco and watched the video.
Now you're Canadian.
Yeah, by birth.
Well, Dennis, are you still here? Dennis is Canadian. and you know
He's here
the
in
moderator. No, he's out. He's out. I don't know where he is right now, but he's yeah. Longhorns. You know, my pal Billy said, "Oh, are you a former chowderhead?"
Yeah, and the fact that I am, you know, that you didn't insult me too much and you gave me solid advice.
Well, you know, I mean, I don't try to insult, but I
Yeah.
try to like make it to where it hits home. You know, you kind of realize like, hey, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, because Benoit, what's happening? How you doing? Dennis says hello.
And it came from a real need because, you know, I came here in '95,
Uh-huh.
and it was after traveling the States, Mexico, and then in 2001 I came here. And, you know, it's a different experience. You know, like you say, the
Yeah,
ladies,
yeah.
whatever line of work they do, and at that time it was a big difference. Now it's kind of
Well, they're very different. You know, like they can be very different from maybe what you're used to, like back home. You know, like a working
sure,
a
and I've
working
been all
girl.
over Canada.
Working girl is like, you know, you think of her as a streetwalker, or you think of her as some, you know, some chick who. No, I know, but they're very different
Some guys
here
will
versus.
go with whatever. Really found a good girl.
Oh yeah.
The way she's flaking, it's unreal. Man. What else I want to say?
Dennis says, "Where are you from in Canada?"
I'm Calgary,
Calgary.
but I've been living in Israel for most of my life.
Really?
And that's where I work. I got a business. I'm a taxi driver now, owner operator.
Huh.
I'm all right. Doing all right.
And you get to travel.
Yeah, I get to travel here, and it messed with my mind. The women here.
You can't let them.
Anyway, no, just the fact of their femininity and the fact that I have a Filipino woman at home, helping her out. And she's a good woman, but the culture here, you know, the fact that they're open and you know, it's good for how do you say it's conducive for good sexual chemistry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
can't let it get to you,
The
man.
Filipino,
You know what?
The Catholic mindset is different.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different there.
Yeah.
They're quite a bit different though. I mean, you know, but like for me, my experiences with the Filipinos is they may not sleep with you. Some of them, the ones that they say they're good girls, they may not sleep with you, but like they'll blow you, and then they'll still consider themselves to be, you know, innocent.
Yeah. Here too, you know, she'll hook up with you for money and she thinks, yeah, she's your girlfriend or whatever. And you know, it's just a business relationship, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But, I mean-
what I'm trying to say is, like, before we go into my, even if you care about it, because it's not.
Well, I'm always interested in, you know, these kind of
you
things.
could really do a video on like where I'm at now, but the fact is, you did two great videos, and they were on point, and they did add a lot in my own understanding of myself and where I'm at and where I'm at with the ladies.
Uh-huh.
And like now, I'm just totally immersed in all this red pill and all this. But like you said in one of your videos, it's been like that since the '80s, and that's the dynamics. And the people here are no different than other people.
No, but you know what? I mean,
And that's solid.
I'll be honest. You know, maybe it's because I'm married, but like, if I wasn't married, I mean, I would. You know how much I would give a shit about women?
Yeah.
I would give a shit about like, all right, listen, are we going out? Yes or no? And
But
if
you
she,
haven't been to the States or where I'm at. Even
No, I mean,
where I'm
well,
at.
listen, I
Now
mean,
it's really, really bad.
I'm sure it's different now.
And I almost got married in the '90s,
In the 90s.
And I could understand the contradiction in my mind, and that was in the '90s. But you know where I'm at with the women in the West, you know, you know, where's the connection?
So you don't have that.
And now
but what about
things are even more, you know, women
what
are
about in
more
Israel?
liberated. Yeah, Israel's got like it's like in New York where I'm at. They got that mindset, and they're running things, and they've been in the army and
No, the women.
and in the business world where I've worked before. They're good in banking, administration, law, everything. I've had bosses, women bosses. So where do I fit in? Like, and when you come to a place like this, that you can meet feminine women and there's gender roles. And
Well, yeah, that's true.
So-
There is
so-
they're defined. The gender roles are more defined here than say in the United States, although they are slowly changing. And really behind closed doors, while you may think, like, okay, well, the woman, she's the woman, and yes, the man does this, the woman does that. A lot of times, the women are like, at least in Thai relationships, they tend to wear the pants. They tell the guy, listen, give me your paycheck,
yeah.
and I'm
The
gonna.
guy could be like a drinker.
They worry about that, yeah.
But I could go on and on. What I'm trying to say is when you get like a solid understanding and from your takeaway on the videos, what I watch about myself and other people. And some guys are really chowderheads and they're idiots and they come here and I don't know. They run through their money.
You've avoided
and I've watched a lot, so I know a lot about you because I'm like I canceled all the cable and all that. And I drive taxi 12 hours a day, so, and you had an interesting life, adventurous, and tumultuous, and everything. When you tell your stories about the fire in your place or something.
Oh yeah, where I fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked.
And you remind me of my cousins and Canadians that came here in the '80s, and they got me going about Asia. But I've been here like 10 times, but I'm not the adventurous guy. But I like it here.
But you're not in any trouble now with a Thai chick.
No, the thing is.
And by trouble, I mean you're not ready to like buy her a farm, blow all your money.
She is the real. She's a devout Buddhist. Like I know from her sister, she will do like for 45 minutes. She will do her thing, and the sister, I think
it's not necessarily a good thing.
All the women here do it, but even their sister, which is more like a bubbly personality. I can show you. She won't do. She'll do her go through the motions. But the lady I'm with, I tend to go with just girls like it's either they're virgin or something about me that I don't connect with the slutty types. And I've been around. I got my when I was young. I was all right. You got dry spells and this and that. But coming here is this is the sister. I don't know. She won't give me. She's pretty loyal to her own sister, to the one I'm dating. And this woman, she's been flaking on me.
Yeah, but what do you expect from her?
For the last 3 trips, she's been flaking. Like with the let's meet up. Let's.
But you got a Filipino girl back in
yeah, which I'm helping because I met her. And she needs me to for the green card where I'm at.
Oh,
we need to be together. But I met her; she was legit. She was legit.
What I mean is, she
not a mail order. Right?
Is she somebody that you're into?
My wife?
She's your wife?
My wife? I got the domestic violence is from her because she played me like.
Oh man, you're a mess already. I can tell you.
And that's back home, and I've never been in trouble with the law or anything. And that's because she played me like, women can do that to you.
Yeah, but you can't let them, though.
Yeah, now I'm more mature, and
honestly,
I'm seeing.
Not to get back to the whole letter before or whatever, but if you let them take advantage of you, even here, I mean, especially here, if you're too nice and you just go, oh well, oh yeah, and if some chick goes, yeah, I want this, I want that, and you go, okay, I want to make you happy, okay, fuck that, they don't deserve that shit.
No, this
They
chick,
deserve it after they put their time in and they've showed you that they are deserving of it and that they're good women. I'm not talking about you know her from 3 trips for a week or 2 at a time. That's not enough. I mean, I can guarantee you that even well, there's none here right now, but if you were to get some chick from Starbucks. All right, now if you're a young, really good-looking guy, you're fit, she may bone him in the first or second day. I mean, like, that's just the way that it works. But like, she may just be like, hey, listen, we're gonna take it slow, and she may not give it up for a long time. That's why the guys go to the whores, because they get it what they need from them, and then eventually the girl gives it to them, and then sometimes they stop, sometimes they don't. You know what I mean? But like, you can't trust anybody here. I wouldn't trust any woman until I've known her for, at least a year, 6 months to a year.
I'll tell you what it is. I was here in '95. It was a bit of a, overwhelming. This guy in the market is trying to unload his daughter on me, a farmer guy.
Yeah.
And this and that, and I was with like a big hockey bag traveling all over North America, and I'm thinking, I'll do Asia, I'll do this, and then just I ran out of steam. And I came here in 2001. I met a chick. She approached me. Like, I don't even know where it was. Something like this, like not in like Nana, one of those places. And just her elegance, her femininity. And I was just right after, like it was right after the high tech bubble, and I lost my job at some high tech company, and I wasn't in a position to come here,
Yeah.
Maybe she I didn't even know how it works until like my 3rd trip, where I started to read about Stickman and all that, how the business arrangement and the nightlife here and all that. And but in my mind, just that type of a woman, when you grow up in the army or in my society where it's everyone's equal, and you got women bosses, and you see your mother and your sister and all the drama, and like she'll just discard of her husband and go with another guy and this and that. You see, like, all the stuff that now, like, if you follow the YouTubers that talk about female nature and all that.
I never listened to that shit. You know why? Let me just tell you something.
I drive taxi in the West. It's just that bad. It's just that bad.
But let me just tell you something.
It's nothing they can help because
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Why do you worry about the external things you can't change? You can't change a chick. Listen, there's always going to be chicks like Kim Kardashian or whoever that they're money hungry. They want this, they want that.
Type of a background, not with the money, but with, that like the Jew fucking.
Well, you're in Israel.
No, like that Kim Kardashian type of.
But so then why do you? I mean, why don't you just listen? Let me tell you something.
With the drama.
Even when I'm married, there's been girls that have come up to me, and there's been a couple that were like, I'm thinking to myself, damn, this chick is fine. And, why don't you come see me? Why don't you visit me? And I just go, you know what? The fuck am I going to get out of this chick? If I bang her, first of all, what about my wife? Do I want my wife doing that to me? No. Okay. So, have I not learned my lesson in the past where, I play games with chicks and then I end up getting burned? Because I always get caught. And I'm like, no, I don't want to, right? And then I think to myself, all right, if you think about it a little deeper, what's the truth? What's going to really happen? You get some chick who's really a worthwhile girl, who's not some farm girl. Listen, when I lived in Udon I would stop at a market, and there would be women there, and they would say, oh, you want to meet my daughter? And I'd see the daughter, and she was cute, and I'd be like, I don't want to marry her. They say, you want to get married? No, I don't want to marry her. I want to try her out. I want to try her out, and I meant try her out in every way. I meant I want to see what. It's a hard drive, but it's a rugged one, and so I would just be like, no, I want to try her out. No, cannot. Oh well, I cannot too. I don't give a shit. Don't give a shit what they want. What about what you want? I mean, seriously.
I'm coming here on
you come here
because out of
rape and don't rape, but
just
pillage.
Frustration.
Shouldn't have said that.
No, it's just it's different if you're coming.
I know, but you've been here a few times. You've been here a few times. So go and pay, get your thing taken care of. Go pay what you got to pay. and go back home. And then deal with things over there. But at least that way, you get that out of you, and then you don't. Because I'll tell you what it was. When I first came here, listen. I lived in Palm Springs.
Yeah,
In Palm Springs,
my cousins are still.
it's not a place where there's a lot of young women who are looking to get hooked up and get engaged or get into a relationship, or maybe they'll bang you or whatever, and then that's it. They don't want anything more. So
You
it's not
remember the mountain there? They got the, what do you call it?
the tram.
Yeah, I was there.
So
I was
it's
there in the 80s.
so it's not exactly a great place for women, and it would be frustrating. And then I came here and I thought, you know what? Listen, the older you get, the more you realize pussy is a commodity. I hate to say that, but it's a commodity
That's
for
my
women.
way of seeing
When once the woman starts giving it up and she cheapens herself, or she goes, okay, I'm just going to give it up, then it's not like she doesn't have any power over you. You allow her
No.
to have the power over you.
But I'm coming from
And that's why
place
I never
of,
give a
right
shit
now,
about
right
the.
now, like the cab driver, he says 400, and I'm a cab driver. So I said, I'll give you 500.
Well,
That's
why'd you
just
do that? Why'd you
because-
tell them to turn the fucking
because-
meter on?
no, because I'm in a place in my life that I want to give back.
Yeah, but you
I
give
don't-
back
I'm-
by
I'm
paying
into-
them for a
I could
service.
say I'm independently wealthy, whatever,
Uh-huh.
and I do get tips when I work.
No, I understand, but here's the thing. Listen,
when I
listen,
see
listen.
a cab driver, it's like if you're a journalist or whatever, maybe you have a thing like that. When I see him, I'll be.
But don't you
large
think that that's
or-
a flaw?
It is.
If you
And-
do
and
it-
with
if
the
you do it
ladies,
sporadically,
and I do
that's
it
one
with the
thing.
ladies because
But you
Okay.
can't. I see.
So that's
you
another.
are the.
Let's say that's another 10,000 of their money that I'll tip and over whatever. Okay, that's technically I can make it in a weekend of hard work or a shift and a half. Or whatever. I still have to work and grind, but but.
Yeah, but you gotta. You see, here's the thing. It's been 6 years. You need to listen sometimes.
This chick, every
No,
time
no, listen,
I said
wait,
I give her
stop,
100K,
stop.
100K just to be
100,000 baht
Yeah, for like a 3 week.
for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
30,000, 33,000.
And she'll tell me, no, 100K.
But see,
of the local money.
She's not looking at you as some really nice guy.
Yeah.
She's looking at you as somebody who's not smart with his money.
Like one time she's like she wants at the time when now she's more like she won't even wear makeup. At the time she wanted a boob job. And, like,
How well
I
do you
said,
know this girl?
and I
Wait.
I said, like, I don't want her to have,
Stop. You have to stop.
Anyway, I tell her.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I tell her no. So she say, "Why you hurt me?" Okay, so that's when we were in the Kawasan, and I said, "Okay, I'm
Why
here.
you hurt
I
my
got-
heart?
No, like why you hurt me? I said,
How well do
okay,
you know
so-
this
so-
girl?
so everything she knows how to like duplicity, even in her text. Duplicity.
How well do you know this
I
girl?
don't know. I don't know. I met
Now,
her. She's got the.
Now, how long have you known her?
hourglass figure.
That's not what I mean. Who gives a fuck about that? How
I
long
did,
have you
I
got?
did.
Well, I mean, you give a fuck about it, but you don't let it run your life.
Yeah.
You
I
run
know
your
her, I
life.
know her.
It's like you use money. You use money as a tool. You don't let money use you.
I can't come here to be stingy with the girl that lived in the out and here worked here till 35, so, and like welding in a factory, and she moved. She's not a pro. She moved to Pattaya at 35, and I'm coming from a place that if I'm with her, I'll be on the upper spectrum of large, and just for my peace of mind, and like in and out, make it clean. Right now, for the last, I'd say 2.5, 3 trips, she's been flaking, and
So then why do you
shows
accept
me,
it?
She shows me, like either scorn or that like she's not gonna.
Well, then tell her to fuck
she's
off.
not gonna jump when I say jump, and that's every
Well-
girl. Every girl will do that nowadays for sure.
Well,
And
I mean,
maybe
you can't
25
expect them
years
to
ago.
jump. You
Yeah.
can't expect them to
No,
jump.
but
Because then
but
they-
even
they-
the sister says, I've come 8,000 kilometers, and you're going to your village and you're playing games and this and that, and then she's trying to make a point. And point is, you know, I understand the subtext.
You are way too involved in this shit.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. You are so involved. It's like you're still in the same place you were 6 years ago. And there's no, but you know what? There was another guy from Israel. There was another guy from Israel, and he was the exact same way. I don't know what it is, if it has pussy whipped. Well, so, but the thing is that you're conscious of this. You know it. You hear me saying it to you. So what you need to do is, it's just like, she tells me to do this and I do it because that's how it is here. No, it's bullshit. You gotta stand up and be a man and just go, hey man, fuck this. I don't give a shit about your pussy. I don't care how good it is. Big deal. Once I blow my load, what good are you? Go get another one. Next. If you got companionship, fuck companionship.
Let's say you want a girlfriend or whatever. So,
why do you want a girlfriend who's only wants you for your money?
Let's say now, in my business, I'll be in a position to come here once a year and have a lady companion. So I'll pay. It's different.
So then pay, but don't. So they pay, have a good time, but realize she don't give a flying fuck about you. It's a business relationship. That's how it works.
And it's like I gotta walk on eggshells.
Well, no, you don't.
No, you don't. With her in the room,
you don't have to. If she doesn't like it, see what it is you don't know the culture. That's what it is. You really don't know the culture. I wouldn't put up with any of that shit. Let me tell you something.
She was pristine. She was a 35 virgin. I know that.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but what I'll say is this. You can't let any woman run your life. And let me tell you something. Listen to me. I heard something. Let me speak. You know who Rod Stewart is?
Yeah.
Okay. The dude that, when he was younger especially, didn't have any problem getting pussy. Right? He met this chick, Britt Eklund. She was, I think she's Dutch or Swedish or something. Swedish. She was fine when she was young. She was fine as shit, right? She did everything for the guys because she thought, oh, he's the man of my dreams. I'm going to stay with him forever. She did everything. She waited on him. She gave her whole life up for the guy for, like 5 years or whatever they were together. And then the guy dumped her because he's too busy. He's like, hey, I can get all kinds of good pussy. It's just a pussy. And so she gave up her whole life for the guy. So why do you give up everything and just go, well, this is how. No, but you do. You give up your freedom to speak how you want to speak with her by walking on eggshells.
It's like a $5,000 US kind of expenditure, and there's guys here that do $20,000 or $3,000 or some people are. It's just money, and I know it's a business relationship, and the way it is now, it's not even up to me because the woman is the gatekeeper.
No, she's not. No, she's not. Listen,
that's theories.
No, but these you're wrong. You're wrong, though. These are erroneous theories. I hate to tell you. Look at me. First of all, not only with my wife, but with the women that I saw before my wife. Once I learned the game here.
From Florida?
Yeah, I'm from Florida. Once I learned the game here, and I learned that, wait a minute, first of all, you're an Asian man. It's still a man's world. You don't have to be a prick. You don't have to push them, but you got to stand your ground and say, hey, if I don't like what you're doing, I'm going to tell you. And if you don't like it, tough shit. And you can do that anywhere. It doesn't matter what she looks like. It doesn't matter.
Her is unreal. She's got a knack for it.
But see,
to fuck with your mind, and I do that too. Now she knows everything. I say, okay, I'm coming. I book just 2 nights. Usually, sometimes she wants to suggest a hotel. Say, okay, this time I say, okay, I want your input on hotels and this and everything. I say, even before I come, I say, I'll pay you the same. I'm a disabled veteran, so sometimes I bring her shoes. I say, okay, we're going to go. So I stopped with that. I said, okay, I found we'll buy you at the mall like a night or whatever, like same like last time. Everything is, up in the open because I know I'm not going to mess with her time. I'm not going to,
Mess with her time. What about
I'm
your
a
time?
businessman. I don't like people coming
What
in my
about your
cab
time?
and jerking me around. So everything's up on the table, and all she does is send me like bullshit stickers. She says, "Not." I'm telling her, it's. I went to my lawyer. I'm in the process of selling my house, whatever, buying a new place. Said, I send up to you if meet, when meet, or when meet. Okay, she says not feeling
Wait a
good.
minute. Let me ask you something.
Not
Is this a
feeling
working
good
girl?
After
Is this a working girl?
After doing sauna, see you if getting better.
Is this a working girl?
She's there to make money.
No. Wait a minute. Does she sell her ass for
she
money?
She tells me of her conversations with her sister, and like when she
Dude.
goes with an American guy, and she's telling her, "You're better off going to Beach Road if the guy doesn't pay you." So every chick, just like you said, every chick in Pattaya.
You are wasting way too much energy.
Has a business.
You waste all your energy worrying about this chick doing this, doing that. Who gives a flying fuck, man? Go, listen. If you want, I'll tell you. Wait a minute. Stop. Just stop, please. I will tell you the name of
a month in my life of beauty, of what do you call it, aesthetic.
Listen. Here's the thing. I will give you the name of a good massage parlor. Wait a minute. Shh.
You'll see
No. I don't want to hear it. I'll give you the name of a good massage parlor where they give you a soapy, where they give you a great time. And let me tell you something. You're not going to get involved with the girl. You're not going to get involved with the girl. All you're going to do is get your manly needs met. And then you're going to get the fuck out of Dodge. You pay and you go. That's what they're for. They're not there to get into relationships. You don't need to pay any chick.
It's 3 weeks.
You don't need to pay any chick if you don't want to. If you want to be in a relationship, then you don't pay them. Period. If you don't want to be in a relationship, you fuck them, you pay them, and you leave.
And I do send, like 3 times a year, I'll send around 18K time money, just to keep the grease the mechanism.
Everybody who's listening.
So how am I?
Everybody who is listening to this conversation right now, there's no video on you, but everybody who's listening to this is saying, "Dude, wake the fuck up! Wake up! You're being a chowderhead."
Yeah.
You are. So then, why don't you stop? You have that ability.
But just like a guy that's in the music will go to the festivals and go, or I don't know where these people go. This is what I'm looking in my life. I'm looking for a feminine company.
Are you that desperate?
Yeah, because
why?
Because
you got money, right? You got money to pay for.
I'm all right.
You got money to pay for a piece of ass, right?
If you come here, you want the feminine, the experience, the GFE, to be with a lady, and it's very, very rare back home. If you're old school and you're thinking, whatever, you don't want to date another man.
Yeah, but you're coming to the wrong place for the wrong reason. You're never going to get it here, okay? The way that you are, you would never find a good woman. I'll tell you that right now. Listen,
because I'm jaded and I don't believe in it. If
well,
I wanted
then why not give up then? Why not give up then?
I'd be married, divorced, and not working 12-hour shifts in my cab. I'd be living in my cab.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. You said you're disabled.
Yeah, I get a small pension.
Okay, but how are you disabled?
It's a crush injury, but it's in the logistics with the trucking core, whatever.
No, but what? How did you get injured?
Yeah, we was clearing some rocks. We had a van that was stuck, and we had a tank carrier coming to load it, and tried to clear a path for it, and he just crushed my foot. I got, like, in terms of disability, 15%, which is, it's
gives you a little money.
Yeah, it's a discount on my municipal
Let me ask you this:
taxis.
why is it you don't live in Canada?
I did. I went there in the 90s.
No,
The
but I know.
weather,
Why
the
did you
weather.
decide to move to?
My folks moved. My mom's
Oh, okay.
Canadian. My dad's Israeli.
Okay,
And
I got it.
I grew up, and she's from a well-to-do family. And
Let me ask you this:
I inherited a condo.
how many?
When I was 23, and I've been slacking ever since. Just only now at 50. I'm like
How
a little bit
many
serious
girls you
about
got on the hook right now?
No, I got my wife, which
Well,
unfortunately she's not well.
Okay, but isn't that enough?
With,
Do you love your wife?
diabetics.
Do you love your wife?
She's cute, but
That's
no,
not what I asked you.
Look,
It's a simple question. It's a yes or no.
I'll tell
Yes,
you
I love her. No, I
No,
don't.
I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
I don't. But I'll tell you not one thing that is a fact, and that comes from evil psych, or if you believe it or not, from our evolutionary.
Okay.
Evolutionary, which
I feel like Joe Rogan
no,
today.
yeah, that's
I'm
where
like,
I get
this
my,
is like the Joe Rogan show live from Thailand.
We are meant. Like it's in our programming to help out the damsel in distress.
No, it's not. It's
But
called being codependent.
Having
That's
said
called
that,
being codependent.
the women, she was fine before, like we say, she was fine before she met me, and she's going to be fine after I'm out of the picture, for sure. And now she's building a house with three.
But it's
three
called all this kind of shit that you've got going on.
It's not. I believe in it.
No, but it's like static on TV, man. That's all it is.
Because the way we operate comes from millions of years.
No, how come I don't operate that way?
You do.
No, I
It's
don't.
subconscious with you.
No, I don't. I don't. Let me tell you something. My wife and I, we get along. I'd say 80% of the time. The 20% of the time that we don't get along, 10% of the time she tells me to shut the fuck up and listen, and let her do her thing, or listen to what she believes, and the other 10% I tell her, shut the fuck up. This is what I want. I want you to understand this. You need to listen. And if you don't want to listen, I'm out of here. Bye.
You got frame. You got frame. That's why you're
Yeah, but
in
you
front
got
of the
frame
camera.
too. You're
That's why you're in front of the camera, giving advice to.
Well, I'm giving you advice. I'm giving you advice too.
Yeah.
So you should listen then. I mean, at least take in 50%, use 50%, and throw away the other 50%.
So
What I'm saying is, my advice to you is stop giving so much value to women. Don't put them on a pedestal.
But I'm saying, okay, the whole year, I'm grinding away. I'm driving like.
So wait a minute.
I'm driving.
So the whole year you're not getting laid.
Country, driving top, frustrated, just because of the quality of the women, the beauty. I come here.
You're married. Dude, you're married.
I want to generate an experience. I'm I'm paying for it. I want to generate.
Dennis and you are very different. Dennis, the other Canadian. You guys are very different.
Everyone is different. That's why
well, of course. Yes, we are all different, but we're all little snowflakes.
Yeah. 50% of marriages, they fail. And
There's a suggestion here. There's a suggestion here. It says, get a fleshlight.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's what
listen, I told a guy once, hear me out. I told a guy once, he's a Russian guy. He said to me, I go out, it's not getting laid is not a big deal, but I always want to bang him. I want to do this, and I feel like I've got to get involved with somebody. I'm like, and he not so much to you. You're a bit extreme because you really are desperate for that attention. But he wasn't so desperate. He could get it. He just didn't get it from the women that he wanted. And so my advice to him was, if you're getting ready to go out, go jerk off.
Look, my line
go jerk off, and you know why?
At least drive beautiful.
No, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about when you get ready to go out tonight.
In the West, if you even look at a woman the wrong way, it's bad. It's bad, and I'm on that.
See, you buy into all that bullshit.
I
don't.
I come here.
I don't buy into all that bullshit.
Okay, because you're different. Everyone, your gaze is different.
We're different, but here's the deal.
When I'm with my wife, and she'll be people watching, and I'm people watching. It's like my mind is on a different wavelength.
Well, you're thinking about maybe you're thinking about banging that shit.
Yeah, because
you're a man.
So
what's wrong with that?
I work with the public. I work with beautiful women. I can't, even if they, and I do get like an elbow tit. I do get things that
elbow tit.
I do get.
What's an elbow tit?
Like chip. a chick will rub into you.
Oh, she'll bump into you with the tip.
Or she'll do something that you could only interpret as a sexual overtone to it. And I don't have game, and I can't risk it. Just, you can't risk it in the workplace. Just
Okay,
that's
but
a given.
wait a minute.
Where I'm at, and in the States.
You got to stop. That's my first piece of advice. Slow down, if it's possible.
I got too much time.
Listen. You are married. If you don't want to be married, get divorced.
No, I can't because I'm helping her.
So what? Why are you helping her?
I'm telling you, that's in our programming to help out, to be kind.
I'm sorry. You don't have to show me anything.
You're a YouTuber.
I'm telling you right now. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. What I'm saying is that there's no reason in hell that you need to help the girl and you lose because you're married. And really, if you're married, you shouldn't be out running around. Especially the way that you talk. You talk like you're married and you want to go out and find other. Okay,
I'm married. I'm not married. I'm helping out.
So, are you banging her? Are you banging her?
A caregiver that was in my country, so I provided her with.
Are you banging her?
No, it's not even a sexual.
You've never had sex with her?
No, we have, but she's cute. She has
so
she's more of a cute type of.
So what? What does that matter?
It's affectionate.
What does it matter if she's cute?
She'll help out.
A cute girl can be a sexy girl too.
No, but
you can turn her into that.
Relationship. I'm telling you, if I would go with the sexy girl, I'd be already divorced and she'd take everything I got.
You are the first person.
When I come here and I spend $3,000.
Yeah, you need to be reprogrammed. That's what the guy said. You need to be reprogrammed.
Because I'm business.
You need to be taken out into like the South American jungle and the Amazon, and you need to go on the what is it, ayahuasca. You need to take some ayahuasca and reprogram your brain. Because let me tell you something. I have never ever met somebody who was so vehemently and so excessively into women. And this comes from a guy who I used to drive my motorcycle all the way up and down Pacific Coast Highway looking for women and getting phone numbers, and I didn't judge my success. I couldn't judge the day of success unless I got 5 or 10 phone numbers. That's what I used to do.
It's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game, but that's a little different. That's a little different than the way that you are right now.
Turns out he was gay. That's how it is. It's a numbers game.
That's a little. It's a little bit different than you. With me, it was I took my shirt off. I got tan. I was young. I was fit. I was healthy. I got plenty of. I had plenty of girls. I had plenty of women around. Okay, more than I was happy most of the time because I had too many to handle. I'm saying,
I think you were in the Air Force, no?
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. I'm talking about afterwards.
No, I just remember.
What I'm saying is that what you need to do is get your priorities straight. A woman is not a priority.
No, but that's what I'm. That's
especially a woman who you're.
That's my month off.
Okay, so if it's your month off, then what's the problem?
Place. I generate. I have an earning potential to come here and splurge on myself $3 to $5 grand. Now I could go like you said, like the soapy way.
So then why?
Do 10, 12, 15 girls.
I'm going to say this one time.
I'm
going to say it one time.
I can
Listen.
show you the stick.
I don't care about the stickers. I don't care anybody about that bullshit.
I got 3 essays with Stickman that explain my philosophy. So
listen, Stickman's divorced and he doesn't even live in Thailand anymore. I'm still here and I'm still married. I know what he is. I know who he is. I got asked to take over for him, and I didn't take over for him.
No, what I'm saying is I wrote 3 essays.
They're telling me to run now. They're saying, "Run, Scott, run! Like run, Forrest, run." No, but here I'll say one thing to you. All right, if you're gonna come here and you're just gonna piss away a bunch of money on some women, then don't let it get to you emotionally. Just have your fun, and if they start playing games, just get the fuck out of here. Listen, think of yourself as, you know who Dan Bilzerian is?
Yeah.
Okay. Think of yourself
you see
as...
him with the shooting? Would you believe the video?
Listen, hear me out.
Filming people.
Hear me out. Think of yourself as Dan Bilzerian on a very small scale. You come here, you got your cash, they want your cash. You say, hey, listen, baby, here's the deal. This is how it's going to be. You know, you get no money right now, or I'll give you a little bit every day at the end of the day, and then you stay here, you do what I want. You start playing games, you're gone. Simple. You're gone, and then you pay him for the day, and you get him the fuck out. That way, you have no all this emotional shit. The number one golden rule, and you should know this if you've watched my videos. The number one golden rule is don't get emotionally involved. And it's with bar girls, but it's also with girls who are on the take. They only want you for your money. And as an older guy, looking the way you look, no offense, I'm the same way. I'm an older guy looking the way I look. I'm bald. I got my little issues.
We're past our prime. But chicks actually are attracted to.
So
I'm the same guy that I was in my 20s, but I get more reactions from women because they can identify, when they see the older guy, they can identify that with resources. So
thank you, whoever.
I'm talking on a primal evil psych type of mumbo jumbo. You can believe it or you can dismiss it.
Well,
you want something from me?
No, I'm fine, thanks. Physically draining. I'm drained, man. I'm drained. What's the deal here? Did I just get a super chat or something? I heard something. I didn't see anything. I feel like Dr. Phil or Dr. Ruth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. How come the little thing went up? How did that work? I thought didn't the little bell just ring? Oh, that's terrible. Honestly, it was happy it walked in, right? No, but I just saw something pop up, an alert pop up, and then I don't see anything. I don't see anything else. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't really matter.
So, Scott, are you going to be here all morning? Or?
No. I got to go in a little bit. I got some things to do, but.
And you won't consider moving back to the States?
Oh, you mean? Oh,
no,
oh,
I mean,
oh.
Like in this different job.
I don't know if I'll move back to the States. I'm not in a hurry to move there. I would.
Your wife? What did they?
Well, my wife would be happy to go to the U.S. My kids would be happy to go to the U.S. They think they would be happy. But once they were there for a period of time, I don't know that they'd be that happy because they've gone on a holiday there. They've gone where, everything's taken care of for them. They don't have to worry about getting around. They don't have to worry about, where do we go? What do we do? They don't have to worry about any of that. But I don't see myself moving. I don't know. We may move somewhere else in Thailand. We may move somewhere else in Asia. I don't know. Part-time or something. I may.
And you're from this neighborhood here?
Yeah. I'm like 15 minutes away I could walk in 15, 20 minutes probably. Something like that. So.
I love coming here, man. It's,
I know, but you gotta not.
Even you say it. A lot of guys they work, and they come here.
Well, let me. I tell you what. Listen. I try to be understanding. Okay. As long as to me what. You're not getting taken for all your money because you're smart enough. Maybe you're smart enough. I don't know. To not allow, like if you got 50 G's, you're not going to give some woman 50 G's, $50,000 and go, okay, I'm going to build a house for you. Yeah. I hope you're not doing that. You're just like, I got $3,000 to $5,000. This is my budget, and this is what I'm spending. And then when the money's gone, you're gone, and you're like, okay, I'm out of here, right? But
Have you seen that
what it?
documentary? With
Well,
the guy,
I've seen documents. I've seen it
The
firsthand.
documentary with the guy that.
No, yeah, I've seen
that
it.
famous, yeah. He was like in the smut, in the clothing smut or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I got that video.
sold-
That video's
yeah,
on my website.
That's I can't be like that guy because I'm not like him. But when I come here and I'll, even if she'll
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Wait. Listen.
Then it's $3,000 down the drain.
It's not the month for you
I'll
right
stop
now.
coming to this country.
For you right now, you're very lucky in the sense that you haven't been taken for a large sum of money. You probably paid a bit too much, but the bottom line is it's obviously taking an emotional toll on you because it bugs you. It bugs you that they are the way that they are. But you see, you got no control. These women, you don't know what they got going on. They might be lying through their teeth. They might have a kid back home that's got some, that needs needs more money than you think. They might have mama and papa who are not really, in a good way, and they're drunks or whatever it is, and you don't know what the fuck's going on, and you don't speak any Thai, so how are you going to find out? You don't know. You have no idea what's going on. So this is what I'm saying. Just be careful. Don't spend all your money or whatever. As long as you do that, but don't let it get to you emotionally. Just remember that rule. Do not get emotionally involved. It's not hard.
We're part of the same.
It's not hard.
Your emotions are part of your makeup, your physiology.
Well, why is it that I don't? Why is it that neither I or many?
You're a player. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but I know quite a few people who are bigger
Guys
players
get
than
their
me,
heart broken.
or
Every
who are they're lesser than I am as far as knowing how to speak to women or whatever, and they still don't do the shit that you're doing. They don't let it get to them. Listen, I understand what it's like.
If you have a cutie pie, you want it, like in my mind. When I came here in 2011,
I got a piece of
in my
advice for
mind,
you again.
and I told my therapist,
You guys will like
know
this.
what's in my mind? I'm trying to recreate the good time I had, the experience I had.
It's like a drug to you.
2001.
It's a drug to you.
Women are addicted.
Well, let me just tell you something.
And
wait.
now I want to recreate like our time at the.
How can I give advice if you don't want to listen?
I don't know.
Listen. The next time you see a really good-looking chick, now hopefully you're not into this kind of thing. Wait a minute. Just let me finish. Yeah. It's her character. How do you know her character if you don't know her? Here's the thing. Look at the girl and just remember something. When she has a nasty diarrhea dump, she's just another female with a vagina and tits. Everything else you don't know about her. The only reason that you would be willing to put up with a chick who has those problems while you're hanging out with her is because she's somebody special to you. And these chicks are special to you, and they shouldn't be. That's my point. My computer doesn't believe what's... Am I a photographer or a chowderhead psychologist? That's what I'm being asked. But as long as you don't let it get to you financially, then the only thing it's taken on you is your emotional toll. If you don't mind that, then you're going to just keep going. I mean, it's been 6 years, man.
I don't mind chatting, to conclude, I don't mind chatting with you, you're a good guy, and I'm enjoying it. I'll even buy you lunch if you want.
No, I'm all right, man.
Or if you want to come up there, I'll buy drinks and shit. But, to conclude, the pattern is the last three, the dynamics. Every relationship has a beginning, middle, and end.
Well, not every relationship.
Okay.
They have a beginning and a middle. Yeah. And if it's a really good relationship, then they don't generally have an end. They have ups and downs.
Well, with me, with all the women in my life, it kind of faded out. It's not like I woke up at one morning and said, we're going to end it on the 12th of May at 3 o'clock. It's just the dynamics. And with the pattern here, with this woman's last three, or maybe even from the get-go, is, you got to walk on eggshells. She'll break on me.
Where are you meeting these girls?
This one, I met her at the massage place.
Okay.
She's a working girl, like you said. And
I rest my case.
And what you're saying is okay.
Golden rule.
I wasn't taken for a house in Nissan, and
No.
my whole worldview was shattered. But the way it's going, it's
She's a pain in the ass.
The way it's going, the relationship will either fade.
It's not a relationship to her.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that.
And
you know why I know?
I like this country, and I could, you know, I need to get my R&R and get my kicks, so I could
Okay.
either
But let me tell you
coming
something.
here on a yearly
Let me
basis,
hear me
or
out
not.
again.
That's it. And this
Hear me
woman-
out again. There's been various women from massage parlors when I was younger, when I first came over here. There were various women. I would go to a massage parlor. I have my phone with them. I go, hey, give me your number. You know, I'll give you a call sometime. If I call you, you want to come over? Yeah, okay. They'd come over to my apartment. We'd have our fun. They'd get paid. I'd be like, all right, see you later. And then, you know, if I called them up and they couldn't come over, I didn't get pissed off. I didn't get, like, upset. I didn't think they were playing games. I'm just like, hey, whatever. The business relationship's over.
So you had that phase in your life where you're a sought after player, like in this
Sought
city,
after?
or whatever.
I'm
as
still
a
sought after.
As a Westerner, right? I remember that. I was here in '95. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that so you had that, you were actually living here, living the dream for most of us, that, you know, that have to deal with the women back home, and they're either our bosses or our equals, or they want to be more of a man or a guy than the guys. And you are here, and now you're married, and you got it out of your system.
Right.
And just like me, that
You're married
I'm
too.
in Israel, and I wanted to live in Canada, live and work and pay rent, and I did that, and I got it out of my system. So now I'm not frustrated, like, I should be in Toronto, driving a cab there. That's and for me, I still have that. Even at age 50, I still have that frustration, that desire to hook up with women.
That's what it is. It's frustration.
Yeah, it is sexual frustration. You can see, like, even
Well,
when the guy tears the beer labels off, and that's clear signs of sexual frustration.
Well,
And
but see, you
last
should not
night,
have
I had a
any
good time.
sexual
And
frustrations
today,
here.
It's a need for us. It's like I need this coffee to get me going. To
Well,
get me
I
through
need
my
sex
shit.
more than coffee.
Yeah, and I do.
Well, actually,
And yesterday was a good night for me.
I don't know at this point now if I need coffee more than sex
How
or.
old are you?
I'm 56.
Okay, so
How old are you?
I'm 50.
50.
I'm just around the corner this summer.
Okay.
So, yeah, you know, to conclude, whatever, you know, we can talk about other things. Enough with the ladies, you know, they don't.
Now he
they're
doesn't
not-
want to talk about
she's
the
not
ladies.
fucking discussing me with whatever. Maybe she's trying to strategize.
I guarantee you she's not.
Strategize how to get like more than the 100K. Maybe that, but she's not. She
Dude,
don't give a
100K
fuck
for
about
3 weeks is a shitload of money.
Yeah, it's generous.
It's beyond generous.
So I'm coming from
I mean-
a generous place because she's less fortunate. And, the same thing with my wife. And thanks to me, my
So,
wife.
listen,
my wife
wait a
in the
minute, wait a minute.
Filipino was
What about-
able to-
what about all
was
the-
able to school to get her nieces, nephew, all of them to become accountants and whatever.
Here's the thing.
And I'm proud of them.
Hear me out. There's a lot of guys here going, oh, you're not going to listen. You're a chowderhead. You know. Okay. What I'm saying is, now I have to say this. What kind of guy would I be if somebody came to me and they are a chowderhead and they wanted some help, and I didn't try to be empathetic with them, to their needs and to their. I think you're a bit extreme. You should taper it
I'm
back
extreme,
a little.
But I'm lucky to have the ability to come here. And the
No, of
disposable
course you are, but we're
income.
not talking about
And
that. We're not talking about that.
some
That's a
guys
different
that-
issue.
Some guys that think they're alpha, they're top dog, and they're broken financially and in many other ways because of
Yeah, but maybe
their-
you're broken
their
when it
bad
comes to the
choices
women.
with women.
Maybe you're broken when it comes to the women, but you're okay in other ways, and that's okay. So work on the thing that you're broken with. You know, work on your broken parts. Mitch, take
All
it
these-
easy.
All these
Take it
guys
easy.
that think they're the thing, and they get married and divorced, and they lose their shirt. And, you know,
Well,
none of them thought they'd be in that position. But statistically, the numbers don't lie.
Well, I listen. You want to talk about marriage? I think if you're going to get married, I think then you have to believe in it and believe that it's not something you run away with. You run away from because you have a fight or because you get pissed off or for whatever reason. I mean, like now there are certain things. There are deal breakers. Take it easy beyond Trinity. You take it easy. There are deal breakers. No, you got to get it from them, and I don't know what the deal is now. I don't know if I don't think it's on there, but I don't know. I haven't used it in a long time. I'm on 4G. So.
What were you saying?
Well, what I'm saying is that, like if you're strong in other areas, then you work on the weak area. And if the weak area is with the women, then you do something about it. But it sounds to me, it doesn't, to me it sounds like, you just need to get laid more. And you need to think about how you're dealing with them, because how you're dealing with them hasn't changed in 6 years.
No, the way I see it is she knows she wants to get the most amount of money for the
well, then if you know that, then why are you still...
She will, what she's going to do is, she knows I'll be in Pattaya on the 10th. She's going to reappear. She's going to play the game with me for 20 days.
So then why do you let her know where she is? Why do you let her know where she is, where you are?
Because that's the way I want to plan. I'm coming 8,000K for her.
Why the fuck would you give her anything the way that she's being?
That's been my mode operation for the last 5-6 trips.
I mean, yeah, but did you ever think that maybe that's not the right way?
Maybe, yeah. Starting to rethink my strategy. Like the way, I don't know what she's going to do. Maybe, look, she has the right.
Who gives a fuck what she's going to do? What about what you want to do?
To even detest me or not want to be with me. She has that right? You agree with me?
I'm amazed at my patience also.
Look, but what I'm saying is, from my experience, and now my mind's always working with the odds and things. That's my line of work. Just to figure out the angles. And the way I see it, she's going to reappear in Pattaya. She's going to be with me.
I'm tired, man. Aren't you tired?
That's my holiday. That's my month.
I know, but you're like it's a non-stop.
It's my month of respite, and you see how I'm stressing out.
Yeah, it's non-stop stress. Why? It shouldn't be.
So let's drop
it should
the
be fun.
Scott.
How can we drop the subject? This is gold, man. This is gold for other men. They're learning from you. You're a good teaching subject.
Freud, the famous psychologist.
Oh, Freud would have a field day with you.
Exactly. He said, "What do women want?" And now with YouTube, with all these YouTubers, including yourself, that give solid advice. You're not coming from the Manosphere Red Pill type of...
No, because I believe you just got to be a man and don't worry about all this fucking labeling shit.
But today, not only do you know what women want, you can know the micro mechanics of what a woman is, how she operates, how she sees you, what she's looking to get from you. So I'm not dumb, and I'm not naive.
Why are we still talking about this?
No, I'm not, because I want to...
You like Joe Rogan?
I want to drop the subject.
You like Thailand?
Yeah, I love Joe Rogan. It's my life. It's my life.
You listen to his podcast?
Yeah.
How about Bill Burr? You should listen to Bill Burr, too.
With that guy, Alex Jones, it's crazy.
You should listen to Bill Burr also.
I listen to Bill Burr.
F is for family. Watch that show. That'll give you some good advice, too. Freud blamed all mental illness on sex. Could be. Who knows? Oh, God. You know the song, listen. You know what I feel like singing right now? I feel like singing the Elton John song, "We All Fall in Love Sometimes."
Some of us do. That's our drug.
Sorry seems to be the hardest word.
That's our drug of choice. I mean, I've never done any, I smoke tobacco, but I've never done the chemicals or none of that.
Uh-huh.
And there's people that are addicted to love, to falling in love.
Maybe you're addicted to drama.
Huh?
Maybe you're addicted to drama. Because I would have. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. For 100,000 baht for 3 weeks, You could change chicks. You could have the same one for a couple of days. You could explore every kind of woman that you could possibly imagine.
Sure. I
And
got a submission with Stickman on it, and I explained exactly. No, I'm not. I'm
when was
self-conscious.
this?
You know Stickman's readers.
Yeah, when
submission?
was this though?
I wrote a few, 2015 and 16.
Oh, okay, so this
So
was a
I'm
long time
conscious-
ago.
I'm self-conscious of where I'm at and what I'm doing, and none of us have the end. There's maybe a handful of people that.
There's all kinds of good stuff going on here.
So this your thing is streamed from here,
Yeah, I'm streaming right now.
and you got your face on.
Yeah, it's just me right now. But when I had the camera, I was facing outward so that they could see everybody that was coming in. And I had planned to stop the stream, at like 10:30, 10:45. But you came in, and this is like streaming gold.
This is
I mean,
lucky break for me.
I-
I don't have that Starbucks.
I still have. Let me see something here. I still have your. When was it from? Wait a minute. Yeah, I have. This was May 30th, 2013. You wrote me.
I've matured since. I've become more jaded.
You've matured and become more jaded.
Jaded when it comes to women, because I've figured them out. And
You ran short on funds, and she lent you some money.
This is
Until money was sent over. She put you up in her apartment. She even suggests we go visit her village. Now this is a different chick.
Yeah, this
Okay.
chick could really suck me
Oh,
in.
here's the.
This woman would leave me with fucking.
The second.
With my shirt on, maybe with my
I
shirt
met
on
was
my
at a
back.
massage place, and she gave me a happy ending. We got friendly afterwards. She was a virgin, and we had sex and fooled around. She was not experienced. Are you still with this chick?
No, that's
This is a different one.
But the way I wrote you is when I first contacted you, it's like I liked your style. I liked your your so-called like stick with this.
My patience.
Your humor, whatever. Yeah, you got the patience to deal with.
Jesus Christ!
all
I don't know.
these
Sometimes
sweet-
I wonder how I do it. I would have been a good
So,
psychologist.
so I said, this guy.
I'm the Dr.
Man,
Phil of
he's
the
got-
internet.
He's got to make a video for me. And I said,
Oh, I
okay.
will.
And I said,
After
okay.
this, I'm making a video.
I did.
You're getting a video.
I'm a writer by trade. Like I'm not on your level, but I did do a call like English lit and all that. I said, okay, I'll write this
Oh, you
guy.
make me want to write again. Believe me.
I said, I'll write this guy, and I'm not going to make it like cut and dry. I'll bring my own angle, like I'm an idiot or something, just so I'll get a video and make it more interesting. And like there's more substance. Like I said, there's 3 submissions to Stickman that explain. Like,
Oh, I'll have to. What did you use for your Stickman name or whatever? What did you?
No, you won't find it unless I got the correspondence. I got the.
That's all right. Did he put
I
it
got
up?
the PDF. Yeah, they're
Okay,
up. They're
okay.
So
I can
what-
probably
what-
figure him out.
Yeah, it's called my 100K expedition.
Okay, that's.
One of the
I'll be able to
titles.
find it then.
And then there's the psychology of the manga or something like that. The delusional manga. or
You
something.
have now been awarded the Chowderhead of the Decade award, not by me, but by another longtime subscriber. Because these people, they don't want to see.
They like
They don't
to
want
talk
to. No,
shit,
no. But here's the. No.
everybody
Wait.
pays for pussy, either with
Wait, that's
time,
not what we're talking
with
about.
energy, or with
Listen, that's not what they're saying. I don't believe they're out to maliciously slam you for no reason. What it is they see that the path you're on is a path where it's pain, and it's a waste of time and energy.
Because women can do that.
No, but
Especially
they can only do it if you let them.
Yeah.
How come football players who are making millions of dollars? It's a little different, obviously. But how come guys who are, they're getting all kinds of trim? They don't have the problems you got. Some of them. I mean, at least some of them. Now, they may have it with hotter looking women, but they don't have it to the extent you do. It's because you're letting them control how you think and how you live. Yeah.
let's say now, let's say let's say that the pattern of flaking, that's her pattern. Okay, that's her mode of
Who
operation.
gives a shit
let's
how
say-
she
let's-
is?
Okay,
Why
stop.
don't you care?
Theoretical.
Why don't you
I got it.
care about how you feel about how she's doing shit to you
Should-
and using
should
you?
I continue? Let's say I
Fucking
played a
ignore
game.
her. Go find
Let's
another
say I
one.
played a game now. I spend time with her. I appreciate it. I
You're on
hand
the
over
pain train.
Let's say, should I keep coming to her or should I start?
Dude, fucking
after
ignore
this?
her. Block her on your fucking line or whatever. Ignore her. Move on to the next one. And don't fall like you did this
The
time.
next one is energy. It's energy.
No, the next one is
intensive to
is.
find a nice lady that I can relate to.
Well, you're not going to find one in a bar.
Whatever.
You're not going to find one in a bar.
Even in an office because I don't speak the language.
Okay, so
And I
then
do
then
like-
then,
I
then
do
why
like-
don't you just come here and have some fun, piss away some
I am,
money,
that's where
get
I'm
laid,
at.
crack your nut,
I'm at-
say and go back.
I'm at the
Go
center
back
of
to
fun.
the next of it.
I'm at the center.
Did you call
yeah.
this fun?
I'm at ground zero. But
I'm
with
spinning
this-
my
with-
wheels. I understand.
With this woman, I have a history, and now it's turning
What
out
history?
to be a history that we met.
How long?
And
How
you
much
know,
time
like
have you
I said,
spent?
every relationship has its like the honeymoon phase is the phase, and it doesn't last long.
You know the old saying,
It doesn't last long.
you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I can lead a chowderhead along the right path, but I can't make him stay on it. You know what I mean? Like, I can tell you all these things, but if you don't want to listen, and if you just believe what you believe, then there's no solution.
But maybe it's broken for me in relationships in this
Yeah,
day
so
and
that's
age.
why I'm
A lot
saying,
of
why
them
don't
are
you-
broken.
why don't you
We're
work on
living-
that?
We're living in this kind of day
No,
and age.
don't blame it on this day and age. Why don't you work on that weakness of your own character?
I am. I got
Okay.
a therapist. I go every week. I discuss.
Let me ask you something. Is your therapist better than me?
No, not necessarily. You know, maybe you don't have a therapist. It's just someone you can kind of
Vent to? Yeah, unload. I understand.
You're a good guy. You're a
I think
good conversation.
I think it's good that you're going to one. I do think that, but I think you should listen and be willing to listen. Not to everybody. You can, like pull the Bruce Lee in with the good, out with the bad. Keep what's good. Keep what works, and then everything else you don't have to worry about it. But I think you should try. I think you should try something different because it's been 6 years, and 6 years it seems to be the same path. She has a history of all your money going into her bank account. Well, you see. You know what Thais say? Gam ki bigwa gam tot means it's better to shit than just fart. So basically, she's making you fart all along the way. You're putting that money in the bank, putting that money in the bank. You haven't just purged and let it all out and said, all right, that's it, it's over. I'm done taking my dump. See, we talk about dumps at the end of the streams. Even now. That's the same way. And what I always say is the money's better in my pocket than yours. So why would you put it in her pocket? You work hard for that money.
For services rendered. That means services
Yeah, but
rendered
services
is
rendered
companionship
100,000 for
plus
3 weeks. She better have been fine as shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
I feel good about it that I
Well,
helped her out
that's what's
with
important.
building.
Don't have another coffee. You don't need one, man.
I'm okay with that.
You don't
I
need
can
one.
drink like a fish and drink coffee. Do they serve water?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, they have some Avion over there. Or you can just get a cup of water from the little thing over there.
Okay, so let's drop the subject.
All right.
Can you get like American stuff here? Let's say.
You can get anything you
No,
want
like,
here.
You get shipments coming in.
Well, yeah.
Or let's
Yeah,
say
you can.
Your beer. Do you do that? Or?
Of course. Yeah, I do it all the time. I mean, depends. You can get stuff here. that's from the U.S. or from that you can get in the U.S. It's the exact same. So sometimes you don't need to. I don't generally need to very often. Um,
American beer.
you can get American beer here, whatever
That's
you
like
want.
you got to be near the embassy.
No, man, there's fucking beer in the refrigerator in the grocery
I
store.
saw Budweiser.
Budweiser. I don't know if you want to. Do you really want to drink Budweiser?
No, I don't. But I'm looking for the light beers.
Oh, I don't know. They got San Miguel Light. San Miguel's a pretty good beer.
Chang Light had all the other one. Chang and what's the other company?
Leo,
Leo.
Singha.
Yeah, Single Light.
I don't drink beer that much, but I like good beers.
Me too. Now I got a fridge full of the best. And it's right near, near the where I'm staying at the supermarket there. It's like for expats, the English, German, everything.
Yeah.
I figured, I'm gonna just drink in my room.
I got 7 minutes left, guys. 7 minutes. Molson. You like Molson?
Yeah. Can you get that here?
I haven't seen Molson here. I'll give you the payment link, Carl. There's a link that you can pay. It's called a consultation.
For me?
No, I'm talking to this other guy. Moosehead beer. Oh yeah, I forgot about Moosehead. I forgot about Moosehead. I haven't drank that stuff in a long time.
The Australian beer, I don't know. Maybe their craft beers are pretty good.
There are some good craft beer. There's some good craft beer. Craft beers. Yeah. In fact, I drank. What did he send me? I think Fidelity sent me Fidelity Quester. This guy Fidelity Quester sent me 10 beers from Thailand, and they were all lagers and pale ales and all kinds of stuff. And most of them were really good. So yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't play any music, guys. It would have been good to have some violin music in the background, or a little bit of I could play a Barbra Streisand song. I can't play it now though. What's it called? You Don't Bring Me Flowers Anymore. That would have been a good song. Oh God. Under the circumstances.
Starbucks here is good, huh? How do you compare it to? Do you see
The
any
what?
difference between Starbucks here and the States?
No, not from the States, no. But from here to other places, yeah, the difference in the taste of the coffee is quite different. Theirs is consistent, and as are many other places like Cafe Amazon or whatever. But it's just that it's so much more expensive here. It's 100 baht for an espresso, 30 baht, 40 baht somewhere else. So
it's like that everywhere. So,
that's another thing. Yeah. So where are you staying at down by?
The Nana Hotel, Nana District.
Oh, you're in Nana Hotel. Oh, you're right in the middle of it, man.
Yeah, I'll do a go-go like one time and just drink because I can drink.
Yeah.
On a full stomach, I'll just drink and have a water, have a Coke. Just spend 6-7 hours.
Go to Hooters down there.
Yeah, but the real deal is the Crazy House and all these places. And kind of, once you do that, and it's an empty.
How much is Nana Hotel right now?
It's an empty.
How much?
Experience.
I haven't stayed there in about 23 years, 24 years.
It's 1,400, maybe a little more.
1,400. So it was a little bit cheaper back in the day.
It was, but now it's renovated. My room's really nice.
Yeah, mine was a shithole when I stayed there.
2-3 years ago.
Is the disco still there? The Angels Disco?
They got some going on. Yeah. And Hooters.
Well, yeah, I went to Hooters a couple, 2 months ago.
Hooters got the Filipino.
I'm not like overly impressed, but it's okay. I mean, there's some nice looking girls in there.
For sure, but you can cross the road and really have a good time. The clubs there.
Yeah.
Which I've done. It's a different way of utilizing your money here. if you're an addict or just looking. If you're involved in
whatever
you're looking, yeah. Some guys here they come. A lot of people. They'll go to Chiang Mai. pie. They want that kind of experience. The islands. There's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing.
No,
The
I don't
fact
say that there
I'm
is.
overpaid, but I'm respectful to her.
No,
And,
that's
I
okay.
know
All
where
I'm
she's-
saying
I
is
know where
that
she's
I
coming
think you give a little too much
from. I do.
weight to your involvement. That's all. You know.
Respectful of her and the culture here. I actually look up to Buddhism and the way people are here compared to the West and the degeneracy of what I see.
Let me just set you straight here. They're just like anywhere else. They're good people and they're bad people here. And religion,
Well, spend some time in New York.
religion.
San
To me,
Francisco.
religion. The one thing I like about Buddhism is that they don't push it onto other people. You can read a book about Buddha and you can learn a lot from it. You know. But I'm not somebody who like gives a lot of weight to religion just because, you know. What about if you give a lot of credence to it? You know, you pay. Then what about the people who don't? So basically, it's just a difference of opinion. But I can understand culturally that you like you enjoy the effect that it has on the people here and how they tend to live their lives. But also understand something. Just because I know one particular guy who he told me his wife was getting all religious, and then all of a sudden she stopped having sex, and then boom, that was it.
Religious here?
She was religious back in the United States, and she decided she decided she didn't want to be with him anymore because she was too religious. You know, which to me, it's like, well, then what'd you get married for in the first place? Oh, I had a religious awakening? I don't know. You know, to me, it just, I don't know. It's one thing if you use it as a tool and a guide. I think that's good. And I think that's what most Thais do. You know, they don't let it overwhelm them as in some religions. Yeah, which we're not gonna.
They're not fanatic.
We're not gonna get crazy talking about that. But so, all right, guys. I hope everybody had. Thank you, there, Dennis. I hope everybody had a wonderful stream. You know, where expats draw the line. We kind of changed the subject, but I think it was good fun, and I will definitely have to do a video about our discussion here today. Chowderhead University. Well, I'll give him credit. That he's not foolish. Well, he has his boundaries when it comes to the financial aspect. He does have boundaries, and that's a good thing. That's a big positive, because one too many guys has ended up giving everything they had to some chick who didn't give a flying shit about them. And, yeah, they ended up in a bad way. So, yeah, one of the guys says that you need to remember that even though you pay, and also because that you pay, you have every right to go to a different one and go give her a try too. You know what I mean?
You know,
No, not
she's
her,
open
not
about
her,
it.
not her. No, what do you mean she's open about it? You're the one paying.
No,
You're open.
if I'm
You
in-
can do whatever the hell you want.
Every night when she's doing her chant, like she wants me out of the room for 45, 50 minutes, which is hard too.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Because in Pattaya, how many times can you go up and down Market Street if you don't want to get drunk and do the go-go?
I just don't.
It's hard.
You
It's
know.
hard. I'm paying top dollar. Everything you say.
And you
is-
shouldn't be. You shouldn't be playing top dollar. Oh God. You're attracted to
If
drama.
I wanted, you know, the bars there, the
See-
eye bar, the insomnia, the people that sit with,
Dude,
with
I
the
wouldn't
bucket,
let-
with the vodka.
I don't
If
care
I wanted
if
that,
she's a
I'd do
doctor.
that.
I don't
would do
care if
that.
she's a
I'd hook
doctor
up with the 20-year-old
and she's
and
wealthy.
insomnia. That's what
Listen
that's
to me.
The people from Israel.
Hear me
that's-
out, because this
that's
is
what
the end
they
of the
do.
stream. and I need to get my words in here. I don't give a shit if she's a famous attorney, a famous actress, and that pussy is as good as gold. I don't give a shit. I'm still going to stick to my guidelines and stick to my boundaries. And sure, they may bend a little, once in a while, but I'm not going to break them, and I'm going to stick to what I believe in. And you know what? It doesn't matter how good it is, because at the end of the day, any dog can have sex.
Yeah, but I thought I found a unique set of circumstances of some woman that's pretty pure, and she's more mature, because I can't on a mental level.
Here we go.
I cannot connect with those 25-year-olds.
Okay, the connection thing.
That like to go to insomnia.
Okay, the connection thing, I understand. Everything else, I don't know. I don't know about that. That's between you and her.
For sure, I'll get sexually speaking. For sure, I'd get more bang for my bucks if I went that route with the girls, the party girls.
At the end of the day, I'll say this: whatever makes you happy. That's what's important.
Okay. Sorry,
right?
What are you saying? I burdened you with all my crap.
You didn't burden me. I mean, this is, first of all, it's enlightening, it's entertaining, it's enlightening, and I think that other guys can learn from you. Because, like I said, as long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
I'm not. No, I'm frustrated. I'm on the verge of being heartbroken, but I didn't let myself become too involved and go in.
Yeah, see, what the hell are you going to be heartbroken for? Because you're fucking painter. It's not a fucking emotional relationship. It's a business relationship. Business deal is over.
I work 11 months.
All that's bullshit. It doesn't matter.
I'll be with my sweetie pie for 1 month.
She's not your sweetie pie, though. She's your turn. She's your turn.
I drank the food here and the people and everything.
She's your turn.
The best.
I hate to tell you, but if another guy comes with a little more money, she's there with him. That's how it works.
I'm playing the more mature, because I know that too. I know, if I go for a 7 or a 6, then more of a chance she won't be taken by it. She knows a lot of people, like Italian guys there and everything. That city is full
you care
of
way
retired,
too much.
That city's full of retired,
you care way too much.
55-year-old people.
Honestly, I mean, I'm not trying to be hard on you, but you care way too much.
I intellectualize everything I do.
But you shouldn't.
I come from that background. I went to university just to get a degree, and I knew that I'll never work in English Lit, or I studied.
Oh, I got it.
That's just the way I am.
Yeah, but you see, here's the thing. What about being married? You're married. You don't live here. You don't speak the language, and you don't really know the culture, because you don't know the language and don't know, really, you don't have a deep insight into Thai culture. So how exactly? That's exactly what it is.
And makes it an adventure for me. I said, like, I'm back home smoking the thing. Okay, how many times can you listen to me? Whatever, Cypress Hill.
You're clueless, so that's what makes the adventure.
I said, I come here, and I get a rush. I say to myself, this is better than just getting stoned all the time, or just listening.
Representative Canadian. Oh God. I think
I'm in the league of my own division. I think I'm ahead of my time.
Listen,
like the way I see the relations, the way I conceptualize things. I think I'm actually.
Dennis, that was actually pretty funny. You didn't have to delete that message. That was kind of funny. I mean, don't take it so personally.
Okay, I'm gonna have a glass of the mall if you're still around.
All right. Well, you take it easy, man. You take it easy. Stay out of trouble, man. All right, man. Okay, buddy. Well, that was interesting. I don't even know what to say. Don't even know what to say. I really don't. Oh, I mean, I'm gonna have to watch this whole. I'm gonna have to watch this whole stream over again so I can take in everything that this guy has said. Because yeah, I can do at least a couple videos on this. Dennis, live stream gold. Well, actually, I don't know if it was, I mean, gold from a content perspective, yes. And I'll be honest, um, he did not want to come. He did not want to come here and just talk to me. He did pay me, so you know. And even if he didn't, I mean, to me, honestly, uh, he's got an issue. He's got issues, and I don't feel it's appropriate to just jump all over the guy. And I don't think that that's really, that's not how I am as a human. He's not hurting anybody but himself. So if he was hurting somebody else, that'd be different. But he's hurting himself emotionally, and I could tell that he's upset. He's like you said, I'm on the verge of being heartbroken. What kind of guy would I be to jump all over him? I mean, I don't think it's right. So. And this is, he wrote me 6 years ago. In another month or so, it's 6 years. And he's been going through this for 6 years. He's the same way. I don't know if maybe he's never had a woman really interested in him, or that, like that he felt was everything he wanted, or close to everything he wanted. You're never going to find somebody perfect. It's just not going to work that way. I mean, but well, I don't know about that. I don't know if it's starved is the right word. I think that times are changing. There's a, oh man. Well, she's going to get a piece of it. She'll be able to see some of it. I'll make sure she can see some of it. Nice guy, but like I don't know if the reason I asked him if he was disabled is because I thought, well, maybe he got whacked in the head or something. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, I don't want to slam the guy, but especially if something's wrong with him. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't want to slam the guy. It doesn't make any sense. But it's a pretty good. This is a pretty good lesson on. It's a pretty good lesson on what not to do when you're here. I mean, listen. Whatever a guy spends and whatever they want to spend, that's up to them ultimately. As long as he doesn't get into financial difficulties that affect somebody other than him. What he does with his money is his business, but when he starts getting emotionally distraught because of some chick who works in a massage parlor, I don't know. He doesn't live here. What's the point of ever doing what he's doing? I don't think he's capable of understanding. Yeah, I mean, I'm like in shock because he was a nice guy. I believe he's in pain. And, I respect, he didn't want to be on camera. I respected that. Okay, whatever. But, I don't know. It's shocking. I'm shocked because I've seen guys who are really in a bad way with women, but I've never seen them as bad as he is. As just so involved and so caught up in the drama and so caught up in everything. It's just hard for me to comprehend, so. Well, yeah, he's 50 years old. So, yeah, I don't even know what to say. it's going to take me a few hours to process all this. All right, so I appreciate everything, guys. You know, I'd like to hope that you guys were entertained, but more than that, I'd like to hope that. Yeah, hey Quentin, what's happening? Um, well, you know, what it is he's one of the guys he doesn't want to listen, and maybe he's incapable of listening. That's what I mean. Maybe to him, it just maybe his brain's not right when it comes to women. Maybe he can function as a human being, and this is what I was trying to tell him. If you're strong when it comes to financially, you're okay. You have your own business. You're doing all right. But you have problems with women, then you need to work on that area of your life. Whether it means make yourself more attractive, whether it means learn how to interact with them more, whatever it was. I mean, hey, how you doing? You're the RG. Yeah. Were you watching the stream?
Yeah. Well, I've just come on the clone, so.
Didn't I meet you before?
Yeah, we met once before.
Yeah, I thought we did. That's right. Now we got another guy, and this guy is not a chowderhead.
Thanks for that.
All right. Well, listen, guys, I gotta go.
No,
No, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. We got another guy. He's the guy that said he was going to be here in 40 minutes. I always forget his username because it's a bunch of letters. He's the jiu-jitsu guy. Where's it at? Well, he's way back here. I think he's the RJJ or whatever it was. Yeah, Michael. That's what I mean. He said he was seeing a therapist, and I think that's a good thing. And I can give my opinions, but I'm not clinically trained. I'm not a clinical psychologist. I'm not trained. I don't know, what he's thinking, where all this comes from. So, I hesitate to be too hard on somebody. So, well, I mean, listen. The bottom line is that as much as we may think, oh my God, she's my dream girl, she's my everything. No, she's not. She's not your everything. Because if she wasn't there, there'd be somebody else, or somewhere down the line there might be, or there might not be. But she's still not your everything. Well, maybe that's what it was too, Tom. I don't know. Maybe he. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Really, I'm sitting here. You cannot understand how shocked I am by talking to him, because I thought at least there would be a bit of a change, and I really was kind of wondering, was this whole a game with him or whatever from all these years ago, and he just was going to tell me he wrote something and none of it was true. But I fully believe. Now you see. And I'm going to read his letters on the next stream. I will read his letters or next video or whatever, and I'll tell you guys what's going on. Yeah, because I think it's warranted. If not for any other reason than to learn what not to do, and how not to be with women. Because, yeah, it's just, I don't even know what else to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, you see, Dennis, that's how I think. The guy did say at the end, he said, I'm on the verge of being heartbroken. And, my mentality is like, dude, it's easy to say don't place so much value on a woman. But for a guy like him, who to me is behaving a bit irrationally, thinking the way he's thinking, I don't, I hope he's okay. And I will check on him. I'll send him an email saying thanks for meeting up with me, and that, I hope you're okay. Let me know what happens, and we'll see what happens. But, yeah. Anyway, I got to go. I got things to do, people to meet. other people to meet, other people to talk to, and big important stuff to do. So it's the Dr. Ruth of Thailand. Yeah. All right, guys, I got to get going. Okay. I'll talk to you all later. I may even leave this stream up just because it's. I think it would be beneficial. Okay. So I'm gonna leave a little here. I'll talk to you guys later. Okay. Arrivederci. Dennis, you need a pill. Yeah, I need a pill too. And it's not a red pill or a blue pill or whatever. I need a big 50 milligram morphine pill. Oh my God. Where are we at here? All right, adios, guys. Talk to you later. Thanks, everybody. Thanks again.